Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados. Las medias, que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos, que son los de los huevos, que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, perfecta, 120 euros. Inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares. La cancha no tiene un solo pozo. El arco tiene 7,20 metros por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, no sabés parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda. Le vas a hacer un pase a tu compañero que está a 1 metro. Y haces así, se la pasas mal. Hijo de puta, eso me puede pasar.
Get back to the important topic, which is Arne Slot. Slot out. That is my analysis of this Slot situation. Hashtag slot out. Slot out.
He's a manager that we should go and get for the free. Ain't going to cost us nothing. Get him in there. Won the Champions League 2012. Managed Villa in 16. And he's now a manager out in South Korea for Hyundai. Who's that?
Don't know. Who's it?
Who that is?
Who's it?
You. What do you mean?
Well,
Do you not know, Jay?
No, who's it?
Roberto Di Matteo, mate.
Roberto Martinez, mate. What are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, it's just another day in paradise. I'm tired, bro. Do you know what's funny? Yeah, the last Euros, people were telling me, "Oh, no side, Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that." Bro, when you go back and watch the highlights, the diving header from Ronaldo, bro, it was actually so pathetic, bro. And the whole performance was pathetic. You know what I mean? And I'm just done in it. You know what I mean? I'm just done with it, bro. Like, I actually want Portugal to lose every single game going forward. Big up to Cape Verde, though. You know what I mean? And big up to Angola as well. Neither of you have got that star quality around the team, but you guys you're playing as a team, and you know what I mean, putting in a shift. Portugal's pathetic, man. And Ronaldo and Martinez are even more pathetic. So, yeah, everyone that told me apparently this Portugal team is amazing and top 5 in the world, the quality's there. The manager's a clown. You know what I mean? So this Spanish, this BTEC Spanish Jeff Bezos needs to get the F out of the because I'm tired of it. I'm genuinely tired of it, man. I just can't escape it. You know what I mean? Rasmus, bro. I was hoping he got a hat trick.
How are you letting that guy score and then Sui?
Bro, that Vega as well, bro. He is horrendous, bro. He was playing horrendous. And the thing is, yeah, that Diogo Costa, the Porto goalkeeper, he saved us because we had a penalty. Vega went like this. He handballed it like this.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. Literally, hand up here. It was like he was taking the oath. I swear to handball it.
That guy is a nutter, bro. I don't know what he's doing, bro. The Portuguese Don King, bro. I don't know what he's doing, bro. Rumble in the jungle in the box. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Rubbish. Delort, rubbish. Nuno Mendes, he's so inconsistent, bro. So inconsistent. Rafael Leao, now you know why I wasn't hyped on him. Pedro Neto, rubbish. Ronaldo, rubbish. Vitinha was poor today, but the midfield was not balanced, man. It was not balanced. You know, Paulinho again on the bench. I don't know why. You know what I mean? But Vitinha is a good player, but the balance of the midfield was all over the place, man. You know what I mean? Nobody played well apart from the goalkeeper. That was it. Pathetic performance, man. Pathetic performance.
Don't worry, man. Heads up on to the next. It's only 1-0.
We should have lost by 5. That don't make me feel better. We should have got smoked 5-0. I'm not even exaggerating. We should have. We cleared it off the line like twice.
But don't worry, man. It's a tough night in what's the capital of Denmark? What's the capital of Denmark?
I have no idea. Never been there, man. I don't know.
Capital of Denmark's Copenhagen. Copenhagen.
No,
Copenhagen. Stuff like in Copenhagen, guys. All to play for in Portugalia. Don't worry, man. Spain were equally as bad as well. Yeah, they were equally as bad. I can't lie.
But this has been our level under this manager. That's the difference. This is going to continue because this is our level. Within 20 minutes, I said, get the lot off, bring Paulinho in. Do you know what I'm saying? Why has Conceição not been selected for the Portuguese team? Why is Inácio not starting in the defense? Why are we not making these kind of changes? Why are these players not available? João Felix, could he do any worse than Bruno Fernandes today? Once again, as soon as he doesn't get GA, losing the ball, doing absolutely nothing. But we complain for nothing. We complain for nothing, but we're always proven right. We complain for nothing. It's boring, man. It's boring. Don't tell. I'm sorry. I've seen less talented Portuguese side win me two competitions: the First Nations League and the Euros. And that team wasn't as gifted all round as a team as this one was. Remember, we had Jose Font.
Yeah. Eder,
Rafael Guerreiro, flipping. Do you know what I'm saying? We had Andre Silva that was at Everton. Yeah, that failed. We also had flipping Renato Sanchez. Like, come on. Like, you look at the quality of that team in comparison to this team, and this is what we've got. Come on, man. I'm not accepting this lead, bro. This is exactly Cedric Suarez at right back. Was that team, did that have the quality to win? But they won. And I'm going to accept this. Nah.
Big up Lauren Koscielny, mate, gifting you the winner. And that was when Ronaldo was actually decent. Yeah, that was when he was decent. He was injured, wasn't he? Yeah. He didn't play the final, did he?
No. He got injured.
Yeah, he got injured and came off, right?
He got injured and came off.
And then Eder came on and scored the winner.
But he was actually our difference maker along the whole competition.
Yeah, 40-year-old Carvalho. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, he was quality, but...
Yeah, Carvalho would be one of the best defenders in the world right now, even at whatever age he is. Like, he's probably touching 50, and I'll guarantee he'll still be one of the best defenders in the world. Yeah, no chemistry, man. It's like they're playing like stranger. I didn't see the game, yeah, but I swear, when they got the penalty, yeah, I put your stream on. Yeah, and all I heard was, saved it. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man, he saved it.
I knew you was waiting to call me on that, man. I knew it.
Spain were winning 1-0 at that point, didn't it?
Because someone grasped from your chat, they go, no, Lee's gonna call you. And then I saw the penalty and they got saved. I was like, yeah, he ain't gonna call me now.
And then literally about 3 minutes later, Holland scored. I was like, Northside's gonna bell me in a minute. But I thought, no, it's only 1-1. It's calm. When it went 2-1, I thought you were gonna call me. You know, that's why I thought, I'll get the call in first, didn't it?
Because I knew you'd be like, you never learn. So I was like, wait for it. Come on, hold on. And they couldn't hold on. So,
nah, man. Well, some big ups, everyone locked in. Matty's going to jump on for a little bit as well. We're going to do about another round 20. I'm done by 1 a.m. Spanish, midnight UK. But Northside's links in the title. How many subs you on now?
I'm on 16.5.
Yo, come on, moving. We need to get that up to 17, guys. We need to get that up to 17. But you know when your goalkeeper's man of the match here, you know that's how you've been shit in it. No, real talk. We've seen this with David Raya a lot this season. Yeah, we've been shit, and David Raya has done some mad double saves here. Look at the Man United game the other day. Mad double save at the end from Bruno. Yeah, look at earlier in the season. Who was it? Who was it that should have scored and he swiped it off the line and got back up and made that mad save again? Who was that against? Was that in the... Who was that against?
Who? David Raya?
Yeah, he done some mad doubles. Yeah, the one a couple of weeks ago, but he done one earlier in the season as well. Some mad double save.
I can't remember. I can't remember the Man United one.
Yeah, did some mad double save. Villa. That's it. It was Villa. It was Ollie Watkins, diving header. Yeah, it was the diving header. Yeah, and he swiped it up and then saved the next one. No, he saved it, and then Ollie Watkins did the diving header, and he was going the wrong way and saved it. And it's like, when your goalkeeper's man of the match, you know you're shit. Like, real talk. But Spain were awful, bro. I can't lie, yeah. Cucurella. Cucurella. Yeah, Cucurella, get in the bin, bruv. Yeah, you're cooking salmonella. That's what you're cooking. Eats paella. No, it's salmonella, bruv. Yeah. Pedro Porridge. Any Spurs fans in this chat, yeah, don't ever tell me that guy's good. He's shit. The only reason he got a game tonight is because Carvajal's done an ACL. Yeah, and Jesus Navas retired. Yeah, and they really got another right back. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Yeah, like both of them fullbacks were awful. Yeah, Huijsen when he came on, Kabasi done an injury. And Huijsen came on. He's half Dutch as well. Yeah, so it was funny, bro. He was getting booed every time I got the ball. Yeah, because it's in Holland, isn't it? Right? He shit the bed when he came on. Yeah, literally, he was awful when he came on. Yeah, Lionel Mand was the best of a bad bunch. Unai Simon, he was all right. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz, I thought he was the best of a bad bunch in midfield as well because fucking Pedri dropped a stinker tonight. Yeah, I know he set up the goal, the first goal, but he was shit, bruv. That's one of the worst games I've seen Pedri play for a long, long time. Yeah, and Lamine Yamal. Huh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, Lamine Yamal stinker and hooked. Yeah, Lee Gonzalez, bruv. Lee Gonzalez. Yeah, and then on the opposite side, Nico Williams. I keep telling everyone about this guy, but he scored, and it was his shot that got the Marino goal. He's shit. Yeah, that's a standard performance from Nico Williams. In fact, that's above standard because he scored. He don't normally score. Yeah, Yamal, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen him have. He dropped a stinker the other week. Can't remember what game it was. I think it might have been a Champions League game. I can't remember, but he got hooked off early in the second half. Yeah, but Spain played Holland, bro. But yeah, he is inconsistent. Nico Williams is shit, bruv. It's the Benfica game. Yeah, he got hooked off in the Benfica game early in the second half, Yamal.
Oh, yeah. He did, yeah. The first one, yeah.
Yeah, he was crap, bruv.
He got knocked off.
But this is the difference between a top manager. Yeah, did Ronaldo play the whole 90?
Yeah, Ronaldo, yeah. Of course,
okay. This is the difference between a top manager and a manager that's actually bang average, bruv. Because if that's Saka, he ain't getting subbed off if he's dropping a stinker. Right? Yamal got subbed off tonight. Yeah, Hansi Flick subbed him against you lot the other week, Benfica, and De La Fuente subbed him tonight. Yeah, Ronaldo played the whole 90. Yeah, Saka plays the whole 90. No matter how shit he is, he'll play the whole 90. Yeah, if he's doing well, he'll stay on. Yeah, if he's playing shit, he'll stay on. Yeah, in big games, this is where the managers make the difference. Yeah, Roberto Martinez and Mikel Arteta, they're not it, bro. Yeah, because they don't have... Same with Ronald Koeman, yeah? Ronald Koeman, bro, they were awful for the first 20 minutes, Holland. Yeah, Spain got the goal early. Yeah, and then after that, they equalised. Gakpo's goal was sick as well, by the way. Shit defending from Porro. And the keeper should have probably done better. Right, but after that, Holland cooked, bruv. Spain didn't have a clue what to do. Like, they looked lost. They were like a rabbit in the headlights up until half-time. Yeah, and then the second half, it fell off a little bit. Yeah, but this is where managers make the right decisions. The red card was harsh, by the way. Gerald Hatto. Stop overrating players, by the way. Yeah, nobody watches Ajax unless you're Dutch. And even half the Dutch ain't watching Ajax, bruv. Yeah, that guy is rubbish. Yeah, and if Arsenal fans en masse want Gerald Hatto at Arsenal, go the opposite way. Because these man wanted Mikel Merino. Calafiori was out for the season, apparently. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I haven't verified it. I'll check in a sec. But he went off and it didn't look good, mate. Yeah, in fact, that might actually do us a favour. Not that I want a player to get injured. Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, this Gerald Hatto. No, I've seen Gerald Hatto play multiple games, bro. I've done Ajax watch-alongs. Yeah, on the other channel. Come on, what we doing here? Yeah, and every time I've watched it, it's Gerald Hatto. He's been shit. Yeah, same as every time I watch Rafael. Again, he was shit, wasn't he? Rafael.
He only beat his man once. He beat his man once this game. Once. And then there was a cross, far post. Literally, yeah. I saw flipping Bruno Fernandes flying all over the place, Ronaldo flying all over the place. And all he had to do was tap it in. Yeah. And he almost buckled over his own leg and didn't even connect with the ball. Rafael Leao. Oh, these guys are so shit. It's actually hilarious, bro. It's actually hilarious. Bruno Fernandes is another one, yeah? He's another undroppable. Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo, they're the two undroppables with this guy. Yeah, Martinez has no balls, bro. I swear down. You know what Kenny says? Put your nuts on the table. He ain't got them, bro.
Hey, nuts emojis in the chat lines. Nuts emojis. Big up everyone locked in.
I ain't got no nuts, bro. No nuts to put on the table, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got some nuts in the kitchen, bro. I actually bought some chocolate nuts.
Oh, ship that over to Martinez then. He's Spanish.
I bought a mixed set of nuts, a mixed bag of nuts. Yeah, and then I bought some sugar-coated nuts. Yeah, I bought 3 bags of nuts for my little journey tomorrow, bruv. I'm going to have a little nibble, pause. I lit there with a 9 darter. This guy's a joke, bruv. But no, I hear it, bro. Yeah, because like Ronaldo should not be playing international football for 90 minutes every game.
Bro, he couldn't even control the ball. So they played him through. He's literally on the guy keeps shifting to the left wing. He drops in deep in the 10, then he drops into the 8 to receive the ball, gets the ball, passes it backwards. Yeah, doesn't even try to transition and spark a counter attack. Passes it backwards, and then he walks. He walks into the box. Yeah, but then he doesn't really actually walk into the box. He walks to the edge of the box, and then he goes backwards. Yeah, and then every single time they try and cross the ball, Ronaldo's behind about 3-4 defenders hiding. And then when he goes up to try and header the ball, he doesn't even jump, bro. It's actually so poor. I was watching him the whole game thinking, what are you bringing, bro? Everything you used to bring to the team, you're not bringing any of it. When he's in line with the defender, he doesn't have that burst of pace he used to have to get away from the defender. And then he tries to do this step over, but the step overs are so slow, yeah? They look like a flipping solar eclipse. When he tries to step over with the ball, it's like a solar eclipse. It's moving so fucking slow. And then the defender just gets by and boom, just gets the ball. And I'm just like, Ronaldo, no one's falling for it, bro. Then there was a cross in to him by Pedro Neto. And then Ronaldo, he flipping almost headbutts the defender instead of the ball. And then he starts shouting at Pedro Neto. I'm thinking, hold on, that was a decent ball. Why are you shouting at him? You didn't
Neto can cross the ball. Cheers.
Bro.
Cheers.
Neto put in some good crosses, but overall wasn't good enough. Denmark pressed us. Big up to Denmark. I'm gonna give them props. Big up to Denmark. The way that they counterattacked, the opportunities. The only thing they need a bit of quality in front of goal because they should have buried us. Yeah, but the way that we couldn't even play out their press in the second half. It took us 30 minutes to play out the press in the second half, and that was from Nuno Mendes, and it went out, and the ball went out of the game, and he put it back in. So that shouldn't have even counted anyway. We couldn't play out of Denmark's press, bro. That's how bad we. Oh, bro, I'm so tired of this. Just liquidate the Portuguese national team, bro. I can't stand to watch this crap.
Just put all the funding into Angola, bro, and Cabo Verde.
You should have seen Diogo Costa. The way he was looking at the whole team, yeah, he wanted to punch them out because he was making save after save after save. And looking at Vega, I'm telling you, bro, that is the Portuguese Cobalt. The way that guy was just getting barged off the ball, not tracking his man, it was pathetic today, man. I just can't escape this football nightmare, man. I can't escape it. I really can't escape it. And I'm fearful that we're gonna waste a good generation of Jean Neves, Vitinha, Nuno Mendes. Like, we've got good players, Diaz. We do have good players, but we don't play the right players. I don't understand why Conceição wasn't called up. I don't understand it.
I don't get why he didn't get called up. Bro, that guy can cook any defender on the planet.
Why is Paulinho on the bench? Why is Paulinho on the bench, please? Because no one ain't going to tell me defensively, 1v1 winning the ball, that Jean Neves can do that job, because he couldn't even do it for Portugal in the Portuguese league. Why is Paulinho on the bench? Why is Trincao on the bench? You're telling me Trincao can't do a bit better than man like
Trincão's decent. Trincão's decent.
He's effective. Why, bro? What is this? I can't understand. We got a team that can compete with Spain. Spain won the Euros.
You can't compete with us.
Nah, we can compete. We can compete. We've got a good squad.
We put the pressure on, guys.
No. We've got the quality's there. National team, yeah. This is the thing. Yeah. What frustrates
me? Names on a squad, yeah. Because individually they're very good. You've got some sick players, Portuguese players, yeah.
We just need the right manager. That's what we need.
You need the right manager that's not scared to drop Ronaldo and say it's done, bruv. Yeah, you're not good enough to play international anymore. He'll go and stat pad against fucking farmers like fucking Liechtenstein and fucking Kazakhstan and all this and that, yeah, which is great. But when it really matters, he ain't that guy anymore, bro. Yeah, he's not that guy anymore. Yeah, he can still, he can still do the goals out in Saudi and all that. And well done to him. Listen, his career's been insane. What he's won, the big moments, the goals, and all of that, can't knock what he's done, bruv. Yeah, for his age, still doing it. Like, although he ain't won nothing recently, but at the same time, yeah, the output is crazy. Yeah, and we'll probably never see anything like that again. Yeah, the only player that can overtake him on goals is Messi. And that's it. Yeah, which is why he's still going, because he's hoping Messi retires before him. Yeah, because Messi's only about 80 goals behind him, bro, and he ain't even a striker. Yeah, and Messi's got more GA for all you GA retards, yeah, right? But the point is, we're never going to see anything like that again. But bro, come on, it ain't it anymore. Yeah, you might have one moment every now and again. You're not going to be able to grab hold of the game and say, yo, I'm deciding this right now, week in, week out, or every single game in a tournament or whatever. Yeah, you can't do it, bro. His brains can still do it. He's still got the full process. Yeah, but his body can't keep up anymore, bro. Yeah, let's just be real with it. Yeah, and he is mad selfish. Big up Ghost. He is mad selfish, bro. Yeah, he is selfish. The thing is, yeah, right, he wants to, same with Kevin De Bruyne. I'm putting Kevin De Bruyne in this bracket as well. Kevin De Bruyne's legs and body cannot keep up with the brain. Yeah, he knows what he wants to do, the same as Ronaldo. They know what they want to do, but they can't execute it anymore. Because now everyone's younger than them, fitted, well, maybe not as fit as Ronaldo in terms of looks, but in terms of age, yeah, they're quicker than you now. Yeah, they're stronger than you now because, yeah, he still looks the part, but bro, he ain't as strong as he was 10 years ago. Yeah, he ain't as quick as he was 10 years ago. He can't jump like he did 10 years ago, but his brain still thinks he can, and his ego still thinks he can, which is why he's still there. And listen, I rate it, but at the same time, listen, the career he's had is insane. Fair play to the guy, yeah? But at the same time, bro, this is where you need a manager for your nation to go, bollocks, he ain't playing anymore. Yeah? We're going to let him have one last game. Yeah? We're going to give him the biggest stadium in Portugal, whatever that is, whichever stadium it is. Yeah, maybe even make it Portugal so the Portuguese can go there. Biggest stadium, make tickets as cheap as possible. Yeah, any other stadiums that want to fucking celebrate him, sell tickets for €5, €10, put it on the big screen, sell out every stadium in Portugal. Yeah, air it all over the world. Every fucker would tune in and watch it, and that's his last game. Yeah, and that's it. I make it like a friendly game, like against a World 11 for Portugal versus a World 11. Yeah, and then he changes sides in half time or whatever, you know, like they do. Yeah, and bro, end it. It's done. He's finished, bruv. Yeah, he is not the guy anymore. Yeah, and you have to go away from that. Look at, I said this on the stream the other day, yeah? Right? Messi, Mbappe, Neymar at PSG. They couldn't get over the line in the Champions League. Bro, they're smoking everyone without them three now. Yeah, they're smoking everyone, bro. Look at the way they fucking battered Liverpool over 2 legs. I know the scoreline didn't suggest that and it went to pens. Bro, they're a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Messi, Neymar, Suarez. Yeah, bro, unbelievable. But they're still playing the same football now with Yamal, Lewandowski, yeah, and Rafinha. Yeah, so, yeah, they ain't got the Messi to fucking elevate them, but Madrid, the levels have dropped in every fucking league, bro. The levels have dropped at national level. And when you're 40-odd years old, bro, you can't do it like that anymore. Yeah, which is why when I see Ancelotti, yeah, sitting Modric on his backside and saying, you're holding bench. Yeah, however, I'm not going to tell you you're going to leave because you're a legend of Real Madrid. But now imagine he's a legend of me at Real Madrid, telling a legend of Real Madrid, we're not going to force you to leave. Yeah, but I'm not going to play you anywhere near as much as you can. You can't do it anymore, bro. Your brain can, your legs can't, and I need to win or I'm sacked. Your manager don't give a fuck, bro. As long as he keeps playing Ronaldo, he's got to pass.
Someone said it right in the chat. The Portuguese FA are too scared. This all trickles down to the Portuguese FA because when Fernando Santos, the Portuguese manager that won us the Euros, when he sat Ronaldo on the bench, yeah, in the World Cup against, who was it? Was it Morocco? I think it was Morocco that we lost. Was it Morocco or Jericho? I always get mixed up. I think it was Morocco. Chat, you ready? Yeah, Morocco. He sat him on his ass. Ronaldo had the ump. Oh, why am I on the bench? Yeah? And then it's like, hold on, but then you came on in the second half and did nothing. You're Ronaldo. If you got this big ego, 45 minutes should be enough time for you to influence the game to get us over the line. Yeah, but what did they do? Sack him. Okay, cool. If you want to sack him, cool. But what you did with Ronaldo should have been an example that the guy's done out here. And we do now have strikers. Portugal always had like not enough strikers. You can play Jota there. I know he's got injury, this season. He's been injured and stuff like that. But you got Jota. You got
Who's the fella at PSG? Who's the fella at PSG?
Gonzalo Ramos. You got him. You know what I'm saying? You've got other strikers. People saying, "Oh, but look at what Ronaldo. Who was going to do what Ronaldo is doing?" He's not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? He's not affecting the game. He's not making players around him better. Do you know what I mean? I've seen Pirlo grow in age and affect the game and dictate play. Those kind of players that age like that, you can at least accommodate, because you could be like, okay, cool. Well, they're going to bring the best out of other players, and they know when to release the ball and see they can spot a pass and bring other wingers and attackers into the game. I can't say that about Ronaldo. You're trying to do the Messi thing when you keep always dropping in deep. And every single time we're going forward, he's on the wing, Lee, and he's so far on the wing that every single time we spam across, he's not even in the box. I'm like, you are literally just a fox in the box at best. Stay in the flipping box.
Just do the Holland thing. Just stay in the box.
Just stink out the box. Just camp on the box.
Hey yo, why are you gay?
Just
do the Holland thing. Just stand in the box and goal hang. Yeah, but you've still got the movement. Yeah, and you don't need to run so much. You don't need to be the main guy trying to link play, bro. We fucking get out of it, bro.
It's just frustrating, man. It's frustrating, and then seeing him shouting at the other players, and it's like you're no longer leading by example. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Your ego's so big, yeah, that you think that you have the right to shout at Bruno Fernandes and flipping Pedro Neto and all these man. But hold on, every time they're giving you service, you're effing up every single opportunity. When are you holding yourself accountable? I rate the mindset of him being completely dedicated to football, and I do admire that, yeah. But at the same time, you have to have some self-awareness in life. We all have to have self-awareness. All of us, man. You can't just keep going on to the detriment of the problem with Portugal is we haven't had a star to this level. That's the problem. We haven't had a star to this level on a frequent basis. Like we had stars, we had Deco, we had Manish, we had Rui Costa, but even Figo. Figo was a lot more humble than Ronaldo. Figo wasn't holding the national team at ransom. But now you've got somebody like him on that stature with that ego. Even Eusebio was, from everything I've seen, everything I've heard, even seen him in interviews and stuff, he seems way more down to earth. The thing is, Ronaldo's eclipsed them in terms of achievements and everything, and getting Portugal back on the map as a serious contender. And it's like the FA seem like they're so shook. Oh, we have to cater to him. Oh, man, Ronaldo. And it's like, we were never like this before. We've had stars before. We were never like this. It was based on performance. But now, bro, I can't lie. I used to cuss England all the time, thinking that England used to select players at times, not based on form, but based on you're playing for one of the big clubs or this or brand or your big name or you're popular. That's what Portugal's become. It's not about merit. No one can tell me Rafael Leao's there for merit. Nobody can tell me Bruno Fernandes there on merit. He's not had a good enough season to be starting. And playing as number 10, he doesn't even get in at Man United as number 10. What are we doing here? Vitinha deserves to be there. Pedro Neto don't deserve to be there. His season hasn't been good enough to be starting.
Facts.
So why are you there? Vega, you're not bro, you ain't been performing to the level to be starting. I don't even care if it's Denmark. You don't deserve that. Delo, how do you deserve to be starting in this game? So we become a mini England, bro. It's about names and who's popular and who looks like a next star boy. It's not about who's performing right now. I genuinely don't get it, man. I don't get it. Until Ronaldo steps down, I think we're done. He runs the FA. He runs the Portuguese FA. All the players are shook of him. The manager set the precedent that he starts Ronaldo every flipping game. Every game, Ronaldo starts. I haven't seen him sub him off one time. We're not winning anything. We're done. We're done, man.
Facts. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Let me grab these super chats real quick. But yeah, bench for Portugal, but not for City. Bernardo Silva shouldn't even be in the squad. Yeah, and I rate him highly, yeah. But again, he's another one. He looks like he can't be asked to play football anymore. Pep's killed him. Yeah, Pep's literally killed him. Big up Abhijit, mate. Let me get this super chats. North side, who was the best Portuguese player not named Figo, Eusebio, or CR7?
I would say, okay, midfielder. I might say either Rui Costa or Deco, maybe Deco, and then defender. I would say Pep.
Yeah,
I'll say
that's a
Pep.
shout. Carvalho's a shout as well.
Carvalho's another one. Yeah, Carvalho's a good shout as well.
No, big up to
Alafutra, too injury prone. Very good talent, but unfortunately didn't reach the heights he could have because of injuries. Even though he
Deco
did
was cold as well. Deco was cold, man. Deco was proper. Yeah, do you know what? Big up the chat. They said Quaresma. Do you know what? I only found out the other day, Northside, yeah, that Quaresma played for Chelsea.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I never knew this.
You don't remember him playing for Chelsea?
No, I don't remember Joe Cole playing for Liverpool either. Even though I lived in this era when they played for them clubs, well, I genuinely don't remember it.
I get it though. I get it. Because actually the other day I was watching and I saw, oh yeah, Louis Saha was at Everton. I was like, I completely forgot that. I only remembered him at Man United.
See, I remember Fulham and Man U, but I do remember him at Everton. But I hear it. It's like fucking bro. It's like Lukaku, yeah. Not many people are going to remember he was at West Brom.
Yeah, at the start, on loan. Yeah, when he had the long hair, he had the dreads or whatever.
Like, bro, nobody's going to remember him. He was at West Brom and Everton. Yeah, they're just going to remember him from fucking the bigger clubs he's played for. I genuinely never knew Quaresma was at fucking at Chelsea. I can't remember. Off topic, but did you see Conte unleashes on Spurs talking absolute facts? When was that, bro? Has he done a recent one? Conte Spurs. When's he done this? Because Conte's always good for a laugh. He's unreal, bro. This guy's hilarious. Did you see what's his name? Fucking Gatuso kicking off on the fucking presenter the other day on TV?
Nah. What did he say?
Oh, bro. Gatuso's a bad boy. I swear down. I don't care. I'm just gonna fucking play it. I don't care if I get done for copyright. Yeah, Gatuso, bruv. You can understand what he's saying as well.
Gatuso. I don't know. Italian's quite hard at times.
No, they start speaking Spanish.
Oh, he's speaking Spanish.
Well, watch this. He speaks English and then they switch to Spanish. Watch this. I don't care if I get done for copyright. Watch this. He storms the fucking interview, bro. Watch this. He don't give a shit.
I'll set a ducks out and he storms right into it.
Ciao.
Mister, I don't give answer you. No, because you speak too much. You speak too much and you have respect for the people. Because I think, because you play football, you understand?
Yes.
And you know very well the situation. And you always speak very bad.
This is live.
For you. You speak very bad. Come on.
Juegas muy mal.
No. Tú tienes que portar respeto.
No con la mano no.
Y esto es
No
mi
con la
estilo.
mano.
Y esto es mi estilo.
No estilo, con
Tú
la
tienes que
mano.
portar respeto con las personas.
Hay que tener respeto.
No, tú tienes
para
que
mí,
portar respeto.
para mí,
Tú
tengo
respeto.
respeto.
Habla aquí de fútbol. Habla aquí de fútbol. ¿De qué? Habla cara por cara.
Vamos a hablar.
Ok, vale.
Dale, no quiero hablar contigo. Vamos.
Ok,
Y esta es la última vez que si tú estás aquí, no hablo más con la televisión, porque soy una mala persona.
Tú eres extranjero, eres extranjero y tienes que respetar todas las personas aquí.
Cuando tú hablas siempre que tú hablas que ha ganado todo en el mundo. Tú no tienes respeto por la persona.
Viniste de Italia y hay que tener respeto.
I don't want to speak with you, okay?
He don't want no part of it.
ok,
Look.
mister. Questa è la seconda sconfitta contro Rijeka in
Bro, I said, is that talking about the football? You talk too much about it. He just stormed the interview, started giving it all that in his face. I don't want to speak to you, and then cussed him.
And then the guy was like, not with the hand. He's like, what do you mean not with the hand? You're disrespecting the people. Did he lose the game? I don't know. When did he lose
I
the
have
game?
no idea, bro. And do you know what's mad as well, yeah? I then Googled the clubs and that, yeah? I never knew he was Valencia manager fucking 3 years ago. And I watch Spanish football every week. I genuinely never knew he was Valencia manager.
Yeah, bro. He was talking to like a proper Italian, bro. He's just like this. He's like, bro, I'm telling you right now. Let me get the
It's like when the fucking camera comes off, bro. You're getting weighed in.
You're gonna be in the boot, bro. He was about to be putting him in the boot. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
You don't talk about the football. You talk about the people.
You talk about the people. Yeah, I'm like, what's he talking about?
See, I can't understand Spanish, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't fucking speak it.
That's mad, bro.
Big up. But yeah, Manu HOJ, bro. I haven't seen this. Is he done a latest cooking? Because we always like Conte cooking, bro. But big up Surab as well. Leave football before it leaves you. Facts. Absolute facts. Ronaldo needs to leave, bro. National team, stay in Saudi, do what you got to do. Yeah, but it's what it is, isn't it? Big up Dow as well. Oregon Goon. Big up Guns and Northside question. What age range do you guys consider a young player? 17 to 20.
I'd say about to 21. I'd say really young player.
Well, by anything over 20, it depends how long they've played football for, like at a high level. Yeah, because like Yamal's been playing since he was 15, 16. Ethan first game was 15, albeit it was only 1 minute. Yeah, but 16. Yeah, and it's like when they lost 3-0, apparently. That's why he was kicking off. Right, but yeah, when you're 21, if you've been playing week in, week out, or a lot of games over them 4 or 5 year period, yeah, you might be young by age, but you're not young by like by games played and experience. So, I don't know. But listen, smash these likes up as well, guys. But let's switch to the Arsenal, man. Let's switch to Arsenal because obviously that's so hype as well. So nice.
I was looking back today. I was looking back in our year of our first double, 70-71. And how we managed that, you know what I mean? With Charlie George and George Graham out and relying on Kennedy and still winning the league, having injuries. That's what I've been looking at. I've been going back looking at different eras of Arsenal and how we overcome them. Winning, I think we had to win our last game against Spurs to win, and we still did the double, neck and neck with Leeds. So yeah, man, I was looking back on that and thinking, okay, how did we overcome that? You know what I mean? How did we overcome Charlie George and George Graham out? You know, top striker, top midfielder, and yet we're still able to win because they keep telling us our Saka and Odegaard's out. That's why we can't win the league. Well, we was able to do a double in 70-71, and people say football changed. Well, they were still our star boys. They were our star boys back then.
Right. If you go 2002, yeah, Ray Kennedy was a baller as well. He was a proper player. Yeah. But if you Bertie me, mates. But if you go to the 02 season, bro, we had Bergkamp on the bench, didn't get a game at Old Trafford. Yeah, do you remember when Canu walked and they did the celebration? Yeah, we won the league at their ground. Bro, Bergkamp never got on the pitch. Why? Because he was fucking injured. Yeah, but we had to fill the bench. And we had so many injuries that we just put him on the bench. Yeah, I think Adams was injured as well. I think he was out because we played the cup final. In fact, let me get the squads up, yeah? Let me get the squads up for the cup final, FA Cup final 2002. Smash the likes up, guys. Squads. Let me get the squads. Oops, can't fucking spell squads, brother. I'm a mutant. Squads. FA Cup final squads, yeah? All right, let's have a look at this, right? And then compare this to what we went to Old Trafford with. Because this was the cup final was before the last game, I think. Right. Edu, look at Edu, bruv. Kanu, Keown. Right, okay, so cool. Let's go with the starting 11s. Look at their team, by the way. 4-4-2.
Hasselback. Good Janssen, bro. Good player, man. Lampard, Petit.
Gronkia, Lasso.
Desai, Gallas.
Mario Melchot, bro. Desai, Kudicini. Look at this. Manu Petit, Lamps. Right, look at this. Look at these teams, bro. Bergkamp, Henry, Wiltord, Lundberg. This is the cup final. 4-4-2, 4-4-2. Yeah, look at the bench. Yeah, Kanu, Gaspar, Dixon, Keown, Richard Wright. Yeah, look at this. Like, come on, man, what are we doing here, right? And then if you go, Arsenal, Man United, 2002 squads. Right, so that was the 8th of May, yeah? When was that cup final? Does it tell me when it is? Yeah. So that was the 5th of May. So the cup final was 3 days before we won the league. That was the 5th of May. All right. Then 3 days later, we had to go to Old Trafford. We win the league. Yeah. Now look at the squads. All right. Kanu and Wiltord, Lundberg, Parla, Vieira, Gaspar, Edu. Yeah. Look at this. Bro, it's fucking great. Look at the bench. Igor Stepanovs, Lee Dixon, Franny Jeffers, Richard Wright.
Yeah, man.
Bergkamp never got a game. Dixon was the only sub we used. Yeah, look at this team.
Unprecedented in circumstances, Lee. Unprecedented.
What I'm saying. Look at their bench. Diego Forlan and Saber Voronov, Quinton Fortune, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Neville Brown, Blanc, Silvestre, Barthez, Keane, Scholes, Veron, Giggs, Forlan, Solskjaer. Look at the teams, bruv. Ronnie Woolwork, but that's a fucking throwback, isn't it? Ronnie Woolwork.
Veron was a disappointment at United, though.
Yeah, but they played him out of position all the time. He should have been down. He should have been down here where Scholesy is. Yeah, next to Keno. Yeah, but Scholesy was so good that I had to move him out of position. But you probably shouldn't have brought him. But look at the difference in the teams, bro. Right, if you actually go to our squad that season, yeah, watch this. Watch this. 0102. Look at our squad. These men were fucking all injured. Most of these players were fucking injured for them games. Look at this. Where are all these players? Obviously, Big Tone was 35 back then, bruv. Yeah, but where are all these players? Do you remember this guy? Juan,
yeah.
This is the Juans. Lawrence Volts, do you remember him?
Yeah.
Gramondi. Look at this. Inamoto. Where were all these players? Eddie was 24. Fucking hell. Bro, Rowan Ricketts. Dwayne Pennant. Bro, look at these names.
Yeah, it's mad.
Ali Adier.
Yeah.
I genuinely have no idea who the fuck Carlin Itonga is. Carlin Itonga. I genuinely have no idea who the fuck that is.
I don't remember him.
Did he actually play any games for Arsenal? Career stats, won a EFL Cup game for 4 minutes.
Oh, wow. He's getting unlocked.
Yep, won a EFL Cup game for 4 minutes. Wow. That was
Give him a chance, man. Give him a chance.
That was his entire career. I
was looking at the George Graham because I'm always like fascinated with George Graham because obviously that was before my time. But yeah, it took him 3 years to win the league. And I looked at also like the changes that he made when he came in into the job, getting rid of Kenny Sampson, Charlie Nichols, Graham Ricks.
Charlie Nicholas, right, bro? Champagne Charlie, fucking Champagne Charlie.
And then he brought through Tony Adams, Paul Merson, Rocky Rocastle, Alan Smith, Winterburn, Lee Dixon, Steve Bold, and I'm like,
Paul Davis, fucking
look at that. Yeah, and then you look at what Arteta's brought in when he's come through to a toxic squad that needs to get over the line. And it's just like, bro, it's night and day. Like, even when you compare the start of Wenger, I know Wenger inherited a lot of good players from George Graham, yeah? But even the players that George Graham came in, and even to get rid of Kenny Sampson and Charlie Nicholas as well, was controversial back in those days.
Yeah.
How's it doing? I'm like, but how is it that we was able to identify ballers then, yeah, and bring through top players through the academy, but yet now that's a rarity? It doesn't make any sense, bro. It's not like we've not done this before. Just get a proper manager. Just get a proper manager that can actually identify players and can actually get the most out of players and get us over the line, bro. Like, I don't know, man. We've regressed so much, man. But yeah, I just keep going back and seeing different eras before my time. Different eras before my time.
Yeah, so. This is good for you. This is a good one. I've Googled this guy, yeah. He played a whopping 2 goals in his 2 games, like league games.
Yeah.
This is his total league games. This guy, this Carlin Itonga. Right? Watch this. Right? Here we go. He made his first team appearance substitute against Man U in the League Cup November 2001. While at Arsenal, he broke several youth team records, including once scoring 7 goals in under 19 game. Yeah, 7 goals. Can you imagine if that was happening now?
It's basically,
oh my God, this guy's the next fucking superstar. We've got ourselves the next Henry. Fucking hell, bro.
That's Nketiah. Nketiah made his name in the under 21s and under 19s. That's basically what that is.
He broke Shearer's record for England as well.
That's mad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like these players here, don't hype them up because back then I genuinely don't know who the fuck that is. I've never heard that guy's name in my life. Yeah, and it's mad. What are you saying about these? I see a bit of your stream where you're talking about the financials. Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. I ain't looked into it, but I heard a little bit. I watched about 15 minutes of what you were saying there, and I don't know any of it. Yeah, but that's why I'm like, okay, cool. Because I heard you say, right, well, apparently we've got 300 million to spend. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. We got the money. There's no PSR restrictions and blah blah blah. Yeah, but I'm gonna go bathroom. I'll let you go, and I'll go bathroom quickly. I'll listen on my phone. I'll put it on the table and listen. Yeah, I'll be 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, man. So, like, with all the players that we're trying to get rid of, and the players that are going to be out of contract, obviously Jorginho, Partey, etc., Kivior, we'll probably have about. When I did the maths on all of their wages combined, it's about 600 to 700,000 pounds of weekly wages off our wage bill. Yeah, even before doing all of that, it's been reported we got 250 to 300 million pound that we can spend in the summer. This is before player sales. This is before it. Yeah, we've only lost around 17. I think it was 17.7 million pounds. So we are we're in the green when it comes to spending money. We can spend money. So that's what I was saying. I was like, there's no excuse from this club. Do you know what I mean? Like 250, 300. Like, don't tell me you can't go out there and get an Isak. Don't tell me you can't go out there and get an Alex Baena. Don't tell me you can't go out there and get a Consensao or Kudus or a player like that. So that's what it is, man. Like, we've got money that we can spend. So I'm not really hearing this whole thing about we haven't got money. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all it was in terms of finances. I just think it's a disgrace that I keep seeing talks about stadium expansion. Like, fuck the stadium expansion. Who cares about the stadium expansion? Do you know what I mean? Like, bond the stadium expansion, bro. We need to expand the quality of the team. The bench is crap. So this is what I mean. Like, I don't want to hear no excuses. I saw a gal saying that for him to have a gal said, if we don't have a good transfer window, he wants Arteta to leave. Yeah, and he said a good transfer window would be Gyökeres, getting a number 10. He said getting a winger, and I think he said getting another midfielder, about 4 players. So he can't backtrack. If we don't get those players, I don't want to hear him telling me that Sesko's a good buy. I don't want to hear him telling me that, this player, that player that nobody knows about that can come good in a couple of years. So at the end of the day, I'm not really hearing it. Like, there's actually no excuses. Everybody already knows, wherever you stand with this manager, everyone already knows what we need to strengthen the team. Everyone knows how bad that bench is. We know that we need a striker. I'm not hearing any of it. And when I'm going back, like I said, when I'm going back and seeing the signings of previous managers like Wenger, going out there buying absolute ballers like Vieira and Henry and players like that, bro. I'm not hearing no excuses. I'm not hearing any excuses from this manager, bro. No excuses from this manager. That's the same old rubbish of Arsenal, man. It's the same old rubbish. This fan base are so attached with this manager. I don't think he's going to be held accountable. I don't think we're going to go out there and actually put the money down. So, it is what it is, man. It's going to be the same old rubbish. Oh, there's no quality in the market. Oh, we tried. We were scouting, monitoring, looking at players. I'm not hearing any of it. I think it's an embarrassment that Calafiori is one of our best wingers and he's not even a winger. You know what I mean? That Moreno's our best striker and he's not even our striker. Like, it's just pathetic right now with Arsenal, man. Absolutely pathetic. I already know the players that we need to move on. I don't want to see Jorginho next season. I don't want to see Kivior next season. I don't want to see a lot of these players next year. I don't want to see Zinchenko. I don't want to see flipping all these. I don't even want to see Moreno, bro. He ain't good enough. Like, I don't want to see Moreno next season. It's an absolute joke. It's a joke, man. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because the money is available. So now it's down to the scouting. And with Berta coming in, yeah, don't tell us that there's no quality in the market. Why did you get Berta? So you can't tell us that you don't have money, because we've got a financial report. You got 250 to 300 million to spend before any player sells. You can't tell us that there's no quality in the market, because you went and got a sporting director to do that exact job. He's already got a couple of months before the transfer window opens anyway. So I don't want to hear it. He already probably has a list of players that he would have referred to Atletico or whatever. Cool. Let him do his job. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I mean? And if this board ain't going to back him, then sack Arteta at the end of the season. You know what I mean? Sack him at the end of the season. Either make him accountable or you're going to have to back it. But I'd rather than just sack him, really. But yeah, all the excuses. Good luck with the excuses. Good luck with the excuses, because we've got money. It's been confirmed. We've got money, which we could have spent in the summer. We could have spent that in the summer, because the report just came out, which means that money was available in the summer.
Yeah, facts. Bro, the money's been there for time. We've had money forever. Yeah, I don't know why people keep doing this. Like, I see. In fact, I've got the clip. I've got the clip. Listen to this bullshit from Fabrizio. I've got the clip on my phone. Listen to this, yeah? Where is it? Smash these likes up, guys. Where is it? Here we go. It's 31 seconds long, yeah?
Telling you that big, massive proposals will come to the table for Alexander Isak. Because Arsenal will be there. Arsenal want Isak. Sesko is the other name on the list, but for sure Isak and Sesko are the two main names. Liverpool are also there for Alexander Isak, already made some contact with people close to the player. So both clubs are interested in Alexander Isak. For Arsenal, it's the absolute top target. For Liverpool, is one of the names they are considering in their position. So we will follow the situation and we will see what.
This is how you know this man is serial wafflers, yeah? Alexander Isak, whatever you want to call him, yeah, is Arsenal's #1 target. Yeah, but then he dropped Sesko's name straight afterwards. Yeah. And then he said Liverpool also have liked the player, and they've already had contact with people close to the player. But he never said Arsenal have had contact with people close to the player, but he's our #1 target, but Liverpool like the player. So if Liverpool like the player, how come they've done more already when Isak's our #1 target then? Make this shit make sense. Makes no sense. We are not buying Alexander Isak, bruv.
What did he say? He's our #1 target.
Let me put the clip on here. Let me send it to him, because fucking, I don't know if
Why
you guys
our
can hear it.
#1 target in the summer? Nico Williams. Did we get our #1 target in the summer? Because there's a lot of #1 targets that we ain't got over the line. Well, our #1 target was Isak a season ago. We didn't get him. Last summer, it was Nico Williams. We didn't get him. Yeah, #1 target. Because we always get our #1 targets, don't we?
Yeah, but you have to read between the lines, bro. I swear down, yeah. He's our #1 target, right? Yeah, let me put it on StreamYard. Let me put it on StreamYard. Download. Let's stick it on here. Pause. We add that to here. Because he says he's our #1 target, and then he also mentioned Sesko. He then said Liverpool like the player, and they've already had contact with people close to the player, Isak. Here we go. Let's go.
But I keep telling you that big, massive proposals will come to the table for Alexander Isak. Because Arsenal will be there. Arsenal want Isak. Sesko is the other name on the list, but for sure Isak and Sesko are the two main names. Liverpool are also there for Alexander Isak, already made some contact with people close to the player. So both clubs are interested in Alexander Isak. For Arsenal, is the absolute top target. For Liverpool, is one of the names they are considering in that position. So we will follow the situation and we will see what.
So Alexander Isak is the #1 top target for Arsenal, but he's one of the names for Liverpool. But Liverpool have already had contact with people close to Isak, but Arsenal haven't. Okay, mate, I weren't born in deficit. You're chatting shit. Yeah, what are we doing here?
Considering something, but they're already started the process of actually signing the dotted lines. But the person that's #1 target is still umming and ahhing, and we're going to see if we're going to talk to you. That doesn't make sense, man. Absolute
Yeah.
facts. It doesn't make sense.
Big news, guys.
Man, he knows the clicks. It's gonna get the clicks.
Big news. Big news. Let's play it one more time for anyone who's just joined. Yeah, big news. This is why you have to read between the lines, because most top gooners are sitting there going, "Oh my god, we're in for Isak! Yay!" They forget that Sesko was mentioned straight afterwards, and that Liverpool have made contact with Isak. Yeah, the whole thing's a load of bollocks, bruv. Yeah, Isak's agent's probably trying to get him a new fucking deal at Newcastle.
But I keep telling you that big, massive proposals will come to the table for Alexander Isak. Because Arsenal will be there, Arsenal want Isak. Sesko is the other name on the list, but for sure Isak and Sesko are the two main names. Liverpool are also there for Alexander Isak, already made some contact with people close to the player. So both clubs are interested in Alexander Isak. For Arsenal, is the absolute top target. For Liverpool, is one of the names they are considering in that position. So we will follow the situation and we will see what.
Big proposals. So I'm expecting a bid. I'm expecting us to put a bid in then.
So both of us fancy a bird. Yeah, we fancy the same bird. Yeah, we're both pals. We both fancy the same bird. Yeah, and we go, well, listen, we're competing for the same market opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, you can go first. If you fail, it's my turn, isn't it? You know what it's like in the clubs back in the day? Go on, then. Try your chances. Yeah, well, you didn't get the digits. Cool, my turn. Yeah, is this what you're saying Liverpool are doing then? She's one of the concrete names. Yeah, one of the names on the list. But for Northside, she is the #1 target.
But I've not approached.
But you've not approached, but I did. So if I fail, the Northside's cleaning up then, right? Like, what are we doing here, bro? This is bullshit. Yeah, we're going to hear this until the end of the transfer window. Bro, they're already starting in March. Do you know why? Because they fucking had everyone's pants down in January and everyone's fucking ignored them. Yeah, they had everyone in January on strings. Yeah, and what did they get right in January? Nothing. Yeah, bro. So I'm supposed to believe that Liverpool, he's one of the names on the list, but they've already made contact with him. But he's our #1 target, and we're going, yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll just wait till Liverpool get their bid rejected, and then we'll talk to him. Bro, what are we doing here? Yeah, the whole thing's a load of bollocks. Yeah, you have to read between the lines. Why is he in Henry Talks Bollocks' house? He's got the same background. No, I'm not even joking, bro. It's in the same background as Henry Talks.
But I keep telling you that
it's the same background, bro. Am I lying? Bro, I swear down, watch.
It's the mutant mansion, isn't it? Maybe it's the mutant mansion. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. No, maybe that's what it is. Bro, watch. Am I lying? It's the same fucking, it's the same gaff. It's the same gaff. Why ain't it fucking playing? There you go. It's the same background, bro. It's the same background.
I don't know, man. Mutant mansions and that, you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's the same.
But I keep telling you.
Why does he look like he's been held to ransom, bro?
I don't know, man. Diddy parties and that, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know what's going on in those kind of places, bro. I don't know. But I just think it's Lee. I just think it's all nonsense, bro. Like when did we do well on the bidding war? Like these men want to convince us here that Zubimendi's done. Why would Zubimendi pick Arsenal over Liverpool? Based on what? Based on what? Do you know what I mean? And now we're gonna get Isak over them as well. Wow, wow,
bro.
Wow.
Big up Denim, brother. Watch this. Look at the comment Northside, yeah. Black top on that, yeah. Mad hand movements. Big buzzwords, hand movements, keeping you occupied. Cool.
But I keep telling you that big, massive proposals will.
Same top, same background, big hand movements, big buzzwords.
I don't get it, bro.
No, what are we doing here? Bro, I swear, we're not getting Zubimendi. We're not getting Nico Williams. We're not getting Alexander Isak. Ain't happening. Yeah, I know you said earlier. I was watching a bit of the show you did with Flawless. Yeah, it's the branding. This is what it is. Copy Fabrizio. Understand? No, you mean it's my understanding, or it's understood? Understand? Why do they all talk like Romano, bruv? Do you know he gets a vote on the Ballon d'Or as well, Romano?
Does he?
Yeah, apparently he gets a vote on the Ballon d'Or. Big news, guys. Big news, guys. Right? And if you noticed as well, yeah, right, somebody put a comment in a minute ago. Let me find it quickly. If you notice this 115 charges, where is it? Where's the comment? I cannot find it. Fucking comment section is going crazy. I can't find it. Yeah, the comment section is going mad. Anyway, basically, the 115 is a load of bollocks. Yeah, I watched LB cooking some Jamie Carragher earlier, right? Because apparently somebody put out, I don't know who the original journalist was that put it out. They said it was 115 charges. Well, it turns out it actually wasn't originally 115. It was 130 originally. So they never fact-finded, never fact-checked. They were just the first to get it out. Pause. Right? It's 130. Offer them 130, and I was on Never a Foul. Bless up to them. Make sure you sub. Yeah, Martin, the Man City fan, big up to him. Yeah, he went through them all. Bro, they're busting case. Yeah, they're already briefing everyone. Bro, we were supposed to find out in January the independent review. Yeah, the independent case on that, yeah? Right? Then it was February we were supposed to find the result out. Then it's international break this month. Well, I'm still waiting. Still waiting, bro.
How long was the Calciopoli scandal, the Juventus one? How long did that? I can't remember how long that took. It'd be interesting to see how long that took, because they got 2 Scudettos taken away from them, and they got deducted all the way down to Serie B, innit? So it'd be interesting.
And then they came back and still won the league.
Yeah, the Calciopoli scandal.
They come back and do like 5 in a row with Allegri or something, or 4 in a row.
Them man are like Benfica, man. They're gonna get it by hook or by crook. That's the thing. Like the way it just died down, I'm just like, this doesn't seem to grow any legs to it. You know, not that I've looked heavily into it. I haven't, but
do you know what the biggest piss take of it is? Yeah, right. Is I was sitting there going, oh yeah. I said to this Martin guy the other day, yeah. I was like, yeah, but one of them was the dressing room was too small for the away. He was like, no. He goes, all of these were fake things that were put out by the media. They're not part of the charges. There's actually only about 5 charges, but then there's like 50 charges that are sub-charges of the one charge. Then there's like 7 charges that are sub-charges of the one. Yeah, right. And big up Wolfie as well. He said as well, bless up to him, yeah. He said, when you get like arrested for murder, not that we ever will, yeah, although I'm joking, right? Although it took 2 months to do official, bless up, bruv. You know Italian football inside out. So yeah, 2 months for that one, yeah. Right. If you get done for murder, they don't just arrest you for murder. They arrest you for about 7, 8, 9 different things that are sub the murder charge. Yeah. Right. Because then they can stick something like, and you'll get done for something. That is what they have done with Man City. They've made it look so spectacular by saying 115 or 130, whatever it is. Yeah. Because then something will stick. Yeah, and I swear down, yeah, this all comes back to the ownerships of all of our football clubs. They all voted for this FFP. They all voted for the PSR, right? The PSR and FFP was just another excuse to lower the standards for our football clubs. Yeah, and now an ownership has found ways around it, clever financial ways around it within the rules, yeah, loopholes, and people have got the ump. Yeah, we have an American ownership. They've done fuck all to try and win. Yeah, Liverpool, they caught life. To be fair, their recruitment at Jurgen Klopp and a lot of their players over the years now are on a slot. Yeah, they don't invest a lot of money. They don't spend or allow the managers to spend a lot of money. But their recruitment overall, getting Mane for 27 mil, Salah for 27 mil. Yeah, Van Dijk obviously 70, but he's repaid every penny of that. Yeah, Alisson 60, 70 mil. They very rarely miss when they sign a player. It's very you could say Darwin's one of them. McAllister 35. Their recruitment is spot on because they don't want to go and do the above and beyond. But their recruitment is so good that they've gone and got Jurgen Klopp, then they got Arne Slot. Yeah, nobody thought Salah would ever fucking get the goals he got. He was at Chelsea and did fuck all. Well, he scored against us in a 6-0. Yeah, he went to Roma, slapped it, to be fair. However, yeah, nobody thought he was going to be one of the all-time top scorers of the Premier League. That is down to great management, yeah, from the two managers they've had since that day that he signed. Yeah, Marnie, another one. McKellen, another one. Gravenberch, another one. Yeah, Szoboszlai, I know they've done big money on. Yeah, however, this season, he's actually improved a lot under Arne Slot. Yeah, Fabinho, how much they pay for him? 50 mil, 40 mil? Wijnaldum, baller. Yeah, Henderson was a baller. He's mad underrated, Henderson. What he did at Liverpool was crazy. Yeah, he never gets his flowers, bro. That guy was
I never thought he would become that kind of player. They got him from, was it Southampton, isn't it? It was Southampton. That they got
yeah, I think so, yeah. Sunderland.
Yeah, I never thought
Robertson, they got out the fucking championship at Hull City for 8 mil. Yeah, his legs are gone. He needs replacing. Yeah, bro. Look at some of the players they've brought. Their recruitment is so good. Yeah. If you get a Darwin that misses, yeah, and he ain't the guy. Firmino, how much did they pay for Firmino? Was it 12 mil? Yeah, Firmino's a baller, bruv. Like he's another mad. He's like Thomas Muller. Never, ever, ever will get his flowers, bruv. Yeah, but without him, I'll swear as much as I want. Fuck off. It's my channel. How about that?
Even that Callagher, like look at that goalkeeper. He's a top goalkeeper. I told what was his name? Flawless. I told Flawless. I said, yo, go get that goalkeeper if you can. I know you guys are rivals or whatever. If you want a goalkeeper, go get Callagher. I'll take him at Arsenal right now. Top goalkeeper, man. Like people forget, how long they had Alisson out because he was just doing his job calm.
15 games, I think he missed Alisson, and nobody cared. Big up Tony Woolcott-Ledge. I never said he's Muller. I said he's similar to Muller in terms of he's so underrated that Thomas Muller will never get his flowers. Yeah, when you put a world 11 in the last 15, 20 years together, nobody mentions Thomas Muller. Nobody mentions Di Maria, another one. Yeah, Di Maria has won a trophy every season he's played professional football, apart from the one season he was at Man United. Yeah, Neymar, unbelievable gifted footballer, won a trophy every year he's played professional football. But nobody had put him in a combined 11, a world 11. Yeah, they'll always pick Thierry Henry. Yeah, and put him on the left. Yeah, but let's be real. Yeah, these players, Jota, another one. I know he's fallen off a cliff this season, but at the same time, the point I'm trying to make is, if you look at the recruitment that Liverpool have got with a shit ownership, and even before that, they had Hicks and Gillette, which was shit ownership as well, right? But the ownership they got now with FSG, bro, their recruitment of players and managers is pretty much fucking A1. Whereas if you look at our ownership, what are we doing here? We kept Arsene too long. Yeah, we got Emery, didn't bother backing the guy. Yeah, got rid of him, and now we're just peddling out 6 years of BS. Yeah, buying players, Calafiori's gone up 10 times in salary since what he was on at Bologna. He was on 12 grand a week, Northside. He's on 120 at Arsenal. Yeah, Zinchenko was on 20 grand a week at Man City. We put him straight on 150. Mikel Merino was on 50. We put him straight on 130. Yeah, Jesus was on 90 at Man City. We put him straight on 265. Why? That is piss poor. When you look at Real Madrid, because I did this with Christian on, I think he was on that stream. Was you on that stream? Not the other night. The night I don't think he was on that stream.
No.
Right? And he said, what about Real Madrid's wage bill? Yeah, and all the players that are on top dollar, because he couldn't believe Jude Bellingham's only on 360 grand a week. I said he's on 80 grand more than 29. Yeah, I said he came in at 80 mil. And I said this guy came in at 65, 60 mil, whatever, I said, but look at the trophies he's won and what he's done to help them. Right? Vinny Jr. never came in on 360 grand a week. He had to earn that money. Yeah, with us, we just go, well, we can't attract top players. So we'll attract the meaty players, the next level down or the next level down below that. Yeah, not the very best that we can attract. And then what we'll do is we'll throw so much money at them, they can't say no.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look at it right now because Zinchenko signed for them from, I think it was Feyenoord or PSV? I think it was Feyenoord. Right. So I'm going to look at Man City. Yeah, what they put Vinny on. Kusanov, whatever his name is, it's just signed for Man City. He's on 20 grand a week, 20 grand. Bro, if he signs for Arsenal.
Wait, Kivio's on 50.
Yeah. Norberto.
I think it's almost 60. I think it's like
he's on 58 grand.
58, yeah. 58.
Norberto Neto on loan, who's played one game in goal for us, right, is on 50 grand a week. Why?
How much did Savio won?
Let me have a look.
Because I want to compare that to Martinelli. I want to be comparing that to all these wingers that we got, how much money we put them on.
I'll tell you right now. I'll share the screen so you know I'm not lying. This website's pretty spot on as well. I can't lie. It is. It is pretty spot on. But let me do this. Let's go. Let me just get rid of this guy here. Right. So this is this season, Man City, yeah? Erling Haaland 525. But a lot of this as well, by the way. Yeah. Marmoush, okay, cool. They overpaid wage-wise for Marmoush. Yeah, they've paid top dollar for Marmoush, nearly 300 grand a week. But they also know Bernardo's leaving, De Bruyne's leaving. So the 700 grand a week they're going to save there, it don't really make a difference. And probably Grealish might leave. So that's £1 million right there. They're going to get money for these two. They might not get a lot for him because he's done now. Gundo's going to leave.
Yeah.
John Stones may leave.
Maybe, yeah.
But look at the money they're on, yeah? Right, Edison's on 100 grand a week, bruv.
That's
Norberto Neto is on half of his salary. Yeah, Oscar Bob 50, Doku 50, Savio's on 40.
See,
Victor Reese just signed. Rico Lewis 25, Kusanov 20, Echemesi 15, McAtee. Yeah, but now if they want to sell McAtee, if they want to sell this McAtee. That doesn't scare off any club, does it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because now a club will come in and say, right, well, we'll give you 25 mil or 20 mil or 18 mil for McAtee. They'll then put him on 18 or 20 or 25, 30 grand. But when we've got players that are on 280 grand, like 29, yeah. And if we go to Arsenal, yeah, now watch this. Who's buying Martinelli? Who's going to buy Martinelli? Get out of here, man. Pissed with fucking this pop-up's in my brain. Man. Right? There he is. Right, we're going to get rid of, obviously, parties. That's saving 200 a week, yeah? Who is going to buy Martinelli for a decent fee and pay him more than 180 a week?
Or match it.
Zinchenko, 150. Yeah? Mikel Merino, Calafiori, Kieran Tierney. Well, he's obviously going to leave. He's out of contract this season. Jorginho out of contract. Yeah, but Jorginho's on 110. David Raya's on the same as Edison. Tommy Asu, same as Edison. Gabi Magalash, by the way. You need to sack your agent, mate. Yeah, 100 grand a week. Yeah, where's Saliba? Where's Saliba? Yeah, look, Trossard, 90. Kivior, Neto, 50. Two of our best players are on 10 grand a week combined.
Yeah, but watch the next contract, yeah? Both of them will be on 90K. We'll overpay when they're not proven. Yeah, and they done well, but they're not proven week in, week out. Yeah,
they should go up to. But look at this here. We have two players under 50 grand a week, yeah? Two. And they're the academy boys. Two. Right? Now let's go back to Man City. Under 50 grand a week, yeah? We had two. Man City under 50 grand a week. Savio, Victor Reese, Scott Carson, obviously, is a cheerleader. Rico Lewis. Yeah, Rico Lewis has played enough football now to actually get a renew. And that maybe even might be a renew. Their new signing, he was starting week in, week out now, 20 grand. McAtee, okay, cool, I hear that. Yeah, McFarlane, cool. They've just signed him. Cool.
Echeverry, yeah. And that Echeverry kid, that's the thing. They've been waxing lyrical about him. I haven't seen
he's a baller,
Argentinian. I heard that he's a baller, but that's the thing. If he's not a baller, look how easy it is to get rid of him. Even Savio and Doku as well. People talk, Savio, Doku's not good enough.
Bob. Nico Gonzalez signed for 60 million euros. He's on 60 grand a week, bruv. Yeah, so if it don't work out, yeah, they give him the full season coming up next season. Yeah, somebody somewhere will pay 35, 40 mil and put him on the same money or there or thereabouts the same. Yeah, they can get rid of him. Yeah, Edison, somebody's going to buy him, bro. Yeah, he's on 100 grand a week. Yeah, Kovacic, 150. Okay, cool. I hear that. That's top dollar.
Kovacic and Mateus Nunes are the two that I'd be like, okay, the wages are
them two are a little bit scuffed in it. Yeah. Ruben Diaz is on the same as Martinelli. Look at what he's won for that club. Nathan Ake. Yeah, Vardial. Okay, cool. Fair enough, but you still help win a treble. Rodri, you need a new agent. Phil Foden, you can't even argue that. He's won 6 league titles. He's won about 19 trophies and he's been involved in most of the trophies in the last 4 years.
Well, he helped them end the last season, innit? He was a big player. He stepped up at the end of last season. So
yeah. Vardial. Okay, cool. I hear it. That was big money. That's one that they got lucky with. Marmoush might be one they get lucky with because they've overpaid for Marmoush wage-wise, yeah, because he ain't done nothing. Grealish, as much as people slag off Grealish, bro, he's won a treble and he was part of that treble season. Yeah, and he was playing week in, week out as well, by the way. Bernardo Silva, baller, but again,
he's past it now and he's going to leave.
Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne, can't argue that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haaland, can't argue that. Most of the players that are on the top dollar, apart from him, Gundo, I get it. They brought him back, put him on the top dollar because of, you know, nostalgia and all of that. Yeah, cool. And what he'd done previously. Rodri, he needs to be around here.
More. Yeah,
he deserves more. Yeah, he needs to be around the 300-400 mark. Yeah. But look at the way they structure their wage bill. Yeah, that you get a new contract. Apart from Edison, nobody there really shouts out and says they're underpaid. Yeah, because Edison's probably the only one who is underpaid based on what he's won with the football club. Yeah, but then
I'm only getting away with that because he's a goalkeeper. Because with this level of performance and consistency, if he was a proper like midfielder, attacker, winger, whatever, that would be easily more than double that. Do you know what I mean? But for their unproven talent, you see that most of them, they're not paid mad wages. Do you know what I mean? Like Oscar Bob, Doku, Savio, players that you're like, could you really do it in the Prem week in, week out? Rico Lewis.
Right. Now let me go back to 2016-17 because I want to see what Zinchenko was on when he signed for them. Because his last deal, he got renewed in 19. So look at this. 190, Yaya Toure. Aguero, 160. I know obviously money's gone up, inflation, all of this and that. But again, if you look, it was done on merit pretty much. Yeah? Claudio Bravo, okay, cool. You had a good agent.
Otamendi overpaying for that guy. I hate that guy.
Yeah, but to be fair, he won trophies there. And he was a part of the team that won them. Fernandinho, Fernando, Leroy Sane,
Fernandinho,
yeah. Gundo was on 80. He's now earned his 230.
Jesus Navas, he was a starter for them once upon a time. Yeah. He wasn't on mad wages. Yeah, man.
Look, Fernandinho was a starter week in, week out. Yeah, baller. Yeah.
Baller.
Let's go Kolarov. Kolarov was a starter.
Oh, look at that. Jesus was on 75k.
And he was 19 at the time. That was probably when they first signed him, yeah? There or thereabouts. Right? Where's Foden? Foden was on 400 quid a week back then, you know, at 16.
It's back payments. It's tax back payments what he's on right now.
Fucking 400. Bro, we've got Lewis Skelly and Ethan on 10 bags a week between them. Foden was on 400 quid. Brahim Diaz was on 400 quid a week, you know. Bro, this is crazy work. Alex Garcia, 5 grand. Bro,
what about the year after? Because they're going to.
I think that's when Zinchenko signed. 17-18 then. Yeah, 2017 summer, I think he signed. Why is Tuchel fucking on my screen? Bull fuck. Right. So De Bruyne got a pay rise. He went up 25 grand. If we go back, maybe I've got it wrong, but he's on 175 in that year. Bro, people don't do this shit. Yeah, they genuinely do not go through this stuff and they just think I'm crazy. Yeah. De Bruyne was on 150, right? What did they win 16-17 season, guys? Please tell me in the chat because I genuinely can't remember. What did Kevin De Bruyne win in 16-17? What did he win that season?
What did he go up to? 170?
He went 175. He went up 25 grand. They won the League Cup. Of course they did. Fucking hell, they went about 4 years straight. So he won the League Cup. They won the League Cup. Cool. So Kevin De Bruyne was on 150, yeah? Beat Liverpool in the final. There you go. Right, cool. Then he gets a pay rise and goes up 25 grand. That's crazy. If that's us, that's going up 70 grand. Let's go 17-18. That was 15-16, was it? So they won nothing in 16-17. Let me Google it. Man City trophies 16-17. 16, 17. Fucking hell, my things froze. 1 sec. What's this doing, man? Transfer mark stinker and hooked. Was that when Jose was at Man U? I don't know.
16-17, they didn't win the Prem. They won it 17-18. 16-17.
So then, okay, yeah. So they got EFL 4th round, champs round of 16. Yeah, they won nothing. 3rd in the Prem, semi-final. Didn't win nothing. Cool. So you can have 20 grand then, mate. You can have 25 grand extra. Yeah, 25 grand extra then. They signed Zinchenko that summer for €4.5 million. €4.5 million, yeah? Right, that summer, 17, yeah? Watch this. 17, 18. Where's Zinchenko? Doesn't tell me how much he was on when he first got there. Doesn't tell me how much he's on. Phil Foden had a result. He went from 400 quid a week to 12 grand. Edison, 65 grand. Laporte, 70. Jesus, 75. Fabian Delph, 80. Mendy, Sane. Look at this. But it's in tune with the quality of the player. Look, Aguero was the 4th highest earner. However, he was their best player. But you could make an argument that Fernandinho and Yaya were. You could make an argument that Kevin De Bruyne was being their best player. Yeah, because these two were both old and they were coming to the end. Yeah, David Silva. But it's in tune. Yeah, Raheem Sterling, fucking backstick tappings left, right, and centre from De Bruyne. That season 17-18, was that Centurions? Was that their Centurion season? But it's all in tune with what they're doing on the pitch. Yeah, obviously it doesn't tell me when he signed what he was on. It was Centurions, right? Now watch this, yeah? 2019-20, Zinchenko got a pay rise. He renewed a contract. Aguero renewed. De Bruyne's now the highest earner. Right? He's now fucking doubled his dough. Why? Because he's done Centurions, then done the league again. Or was it the year after that? Either way. Yeah? Riyad Mahrez, 120. Look how fucking good Mahrez was. Jesus went up 15 grand. His next contract was 15 grand extra to 90. Yeah? Zinchenko, 20 grand a week. João Cancelo, 80. But again, look at the players. Yeah? Look at the players. Yeah, Kyle Walker was one of their best players at the time. David Silva, Aguero, Sterling, De Bruyne. It's in order of their best players. Fernandinho was there for vibes, squad rotation. Yeah, to help Kevin De Bruyne, to help Bernardo Silva, to help. Yeah, so and same with David Silva. Yeah, look at the age of these players. Yeah, Aguero, another one. Then the following season, I think they binned Aguero and went with false 9 Mahrez for most of the season. Yeah, let's see what fucking next season. Let's see if they upgraded the next season. Was that 1920? 1920. Mahrez is on 120, Laporte 120, Gundo 140, Walker 160. Okay, cool. Let's go. 2021. Bro, it's in tune with what they're doing on the pitch. With Arsenal, it ain't. De Bruyne went up 50 grand. Sterling went up.
Yeah, but
Sterling went up 70
for them. So
but Sterling had 55 fucking GA.
Yeah. He was scoring goals.
Riyad Mahrez stayed the same. Yeah. Fernandinho stayed the same. Kyle Walker stayed the same. Aguero stayed the same, right?
Yeah.
But it's still in tune. Yeah. The best player was Kevin De Bruyne. We'll give you another 50 grand, bruv.
Even
Sterling,
he went up from 70 to 90. It was wasn't it like a massive leap?
And then they didn't renew Jesus and put him on another deal because he was on that the season before. You know, they didn't say, oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Kevin De Bruyne, they said, yo, we need to strap this guy down to another 50 grand a week because this is our top boy. Raheem went up. What did he go up? And Aguero stayed the same. Raheem was on, it loads. Raheem was on.
Where is it?
Oh no, did Aguero go up?
Yeah,
Aguero
Raheem went
160.
up. He doubled his wages.
Where's Raheem?
Raheem's there 150, and they went up to 300.
So that's 19. Yeah. So he doubled his wages. And that was the season. He had 53 GA or something. And Kevin De Bruyne was just putting everything on a plate back stick, right?
Yeah.
That was the season, yeah? Aguero's 160. Aguero got 70 grand pay rise, which is fairs because he fucking bagged every fucking game pretty much. Yeah, he was unreal.
Cold.
Now let's go to the next season.
Cold.
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. People don't sit there and do this shit. Me and Matty do this backstage all the time.
But 2021, they won the league.
21-22. Right? Kevin De Bruyne's still on 4.
They won the league again.
They then signed Grealish, put him straight on 300, and you could go, okay, cool, but it was 100 million signing. Fairs. João Cancelo went up fucking mad. Yeah, because João Cancelo the season before was on 80. But João Cancelo at that point was playing left back and right back and smashing it. However, that's a mad jump. But again, they were winning shit.
Yeah, you got to reward them when they're winning league titles back to back.
Fernandinho was still there, coming to the end. Yeah. Riyad Mahrez was still floating around on 120, by the way. That's fucking insane, bro.
He's his agent, bro. He does a way more. How's Raheem on 300k? He's only on 120.
Jesus was still on 90, right? The following season, 22-23. Bro, people don't do this shit. They just think I'm crazy. Holland comes in, he's on less than De Bruyne. Yeah, João Cancelo still on his 250. Phil Foden gets a pay rise. What was he on before? The season before? Phil Foden. 60. So Phil Foden went from 60 to 225. Nearly 3.5 times. Yeah.
They just won 3 in a row, though, innit? So this is what you do. You got to reward them players, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Right. Then last season, we'll do this with Arsenal quick. I'm going to wrap soon anyway. Yeah, but Kevin De Bruyne's still there. Haaland still, yeah. Bernardo went up, doubled his dough. Grealish still there. Johnny Stone, Phil Foden's still on 225. Kyle Walker went up 15 grand. He was on 160 before that. Yeah, why? Because they've done a fucking 4-peat. Kyle Walker was on 160 in 23-24. 24-25. Yeah, Kyle Walker, 175. Here's another 15 grand, mate. Yeah, because you've just done a 4-peat. We've done a treble. Yeah, we've done a 4-peat. Edison's still on 100. Julian Alvarez, 100, by the way. Yeah, like, bro, now we do this with Arsenal. It is fucking embarrassing, bruv. It is embarrassing. Watch this, yeah? So let's go back to when Super Duper Mick turned up, yeah? Let's go back to when this manager turned up. Look at the fucking state of this, by the way, guys. Yeah, this is an absolute disgrace. Right? Ozil, fair enough. Cool, whatever. Yeah? In order of our better players. Danny Ceballos, 120. 120? Yeah? Gabriel Martinelli's on 60 grand a week more than him now. David Luiz, Nicolas Pepe, Kolasinac, Mustafi, 90. Suarez, Callum Chambers, 50 for what? Maitland-Niles, 35 for what? Martinelli was there on 30 grand a week. Just remember that, yeah? Reece Nelson was on 15. Eddie was on 15. Saka was on 10, yeah? Saka 10. Rob Holding, 25. Martinelli, 30. Nelson and Eddie, 15, yeah? Just remember this, guys. Now let's go the following season. Whoops. Watch this. Bro, it's embarrassing. Ozil's still there. Cool. Thomas Partey comes in. Bears. Tierney gets put straight on 110. William gets put on 138.
Fucking hell, 5th highest earner, bruv.
Yeah. Pablo Marie gets put straight on 85 grand. Odegaard gets put straight on 80 grand. Oh, by the way, Martinelli has now gone up to 70 grand. Why?
Matching Saka based on what? That they're both young. Like Saka's actually performing. El Nene is comfortably on 50k doing nothing.
Runnison was on 15 grand a week. Why? We paid £1 million for him. Bro, look at this. Willock stayed on the same. Matt Ryan on loan, 35 grand. Maitland-Niles was on 20 before, right? Rob Holding doubled his wage. Eddie and Nketiah 3x'd his wage.
Rob Holding's on the same money as Saliba.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Reece Nelson stayed on 15s. Smith Rowe obviously gets his first deal, right? Maitland-Niles is 30. I think he was 20 a second ago. Joe Willock stayed on 20. Sack your agent, lad. Big up Joe Willock. I know he watches the channel. Bless up to you, bruv.
Big up Joe
Yeah,
Willock.
I know he watches. Yeah, big up to him. Yeah, Callum Chambers 50. Magalash 50. El Neni 50. Saka went to 70. Okay, fair enough. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Right? Keep your eyes peeled on him. Maitland-Niles, Rob Holding, Eddie Nketiah, Callum Chambers, and Reece Nelson and Joe Willock. Yeah, let's go back to last year. Rob Holding went up 15 grand, right? Is it 15 grand? Yeah, he went up to 50.
Yeah.
Reece Nelson stayed on the same. Eddie 3 times his wage. Why? Bukayo Saka 7 times this wage. Fair enough. The upward trajectory. I get that.
How's Martinelli going from 30k to 70k based on?
That's what I'm saying.
No end product.
That's what I'm saying. Rob Holding went from 25, yeah, to what? 50. What did he go 40. To 40.
40, yeah.
Maitland-Niles on 35. Joe Willock 20. So Joe Willock stayed the same. Rob Holding 25. Rob Holding went 15 grand increase. Eddie got a 3 times pay rise from 15 to 45. For what? Well, because he scored a goal in lockdown and put his arm on the fucking corner flag. Yeah, and then did that. Yeah, in an empty stadium in lockdown, 96th minute equaliser at home to Fulham with no fans in the ground. Run off giving it all out. Look at the state of this, bro. Yeah, this is embarrassing. Callum Chambers, 50 bags. Where's Callum Chambers here? 50 bags, yeah? So he stayed on 50. Why was he on 50 to begin with? Rob Holding, 40. Yeah. Bro, look at this.
Lucas Torreira.
Rob Holding was on 5 grand a week less than when we signed Gabby Magalash. That's mad. Emmy Martin, Reece Nelson, 15. Eddie, 15. Saka. Fair enough. I hear the Saka one. Yeah, because at that point, Saka was scoring goals. He was doing his thing, yeah? Well, I hear that. You want to lock him down. You want to make him the face of the club. Cool. I get that. Right? Now let's go 21, 22. Bro, it's a fucking shambles what this guy's done. Right. Ozil's left. Aubameyang's top boy. Pepe's got a pay rise because I think he was on 120 before. Was he on 20 before? Hang on one sec. That's 1920. These men weren't there. So why is it showing me that? Pepe was on 100. Pepe got a 40 grand pay rise. For what? For what? Lacazette 182. So, okay. Pepe was on 140. 140 and then 100 and went to 140. Ben White comes in on 120. Odegaard's now jumped from 85 to 115. Just like that. Why? For what?
Starboy. Pablo Marie on 85 grand, bruv. Oh my God.
Gabby Magalash. Yeah, got what? 10 grand pay rise?
Yeah.
10 grand pay rise from the year before? It's on 50 now. I think he was on 40 before, wasn't he?
I think it was on 40. I think it was on the same as Rob Holding now.
It's 50. Let me go to the season before. Was it that season we signed him? No, it wasn't that season. It was that. Okay, no, he was on 50 first. He didn't get a pay rise. Bro, this is bullshit. Right? Now watch this. 21, 22, right? So Aubameyang's our top boy. Ben White, Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard's now got a 30 grand pay rise, yeah? For doing what? 21, 22, yeah? To 2021. Watch Odegaard. Where is he? Where is this fucker? Where is this fucker? Because he came in on 80 grand. I see it the other day. There he is. Look, 80 grand. 80 grand, yeah? 80 grand Martin Odegaard was on 2021. 21, 22.
$115.
Why?
That is a joke.
For what? For what, bruv? What have we given him fucking 30 grand extra for?
35 grand, bruv. Boost.
Aaron Ramsdale came in on 160, yeah? Right. Magalhaes is still on the 50. Eddie's still on 45. Holding's on 40. Smith Rowe got a pay rise. He went from 15 to 40. Cool, whatever, because he was doing bits in lockdown. I get that. Yeah. Nun Tavares, 27, yeah? 22, 23. Watch this. This is a fucking shambles, the next couple, yeah? He was on 90 grand a week at Man City. We put him straight on 265. Why? Gabby Martinelli has now gone up to 180, by the way.
With Zinchenko getting a big boost from what, 90 odd to 150.
No, Zinchenko was on 20. No, Zinchenko was on 20 grand a week.
When
yeah,
we signed
put him straight on one. Yeah, when we signed it, I showed it. Man City was on 20 grand a week, bro. And we put him straight on 150.
When he signed to us, did he not have a pay rise from that? Or did
No,
he
he was
sign
on 20. No, he was on 20 grand a week at Man City, bro.
That's mad, bro. That is
Gabby
mad.
Magalhaes has gone up gradually. Fez, yeah, Bozo Gin to start off with. But however, Saka's now gone to 195. Which, okay, cool. I hear that. Yeah. But we bought this guy in. He was on 90 grand a fucking week. And we put him straight on 265. No wonder he wanted to join us, bruv. This
Look at
motherfucker.
at 100k. Look at you sitting comfortable, eating good at 100k.
Yeah. Eddie went from 15 grand to 45 grand to 100 grand. When he was out of contract, by the way, we gave him 100 grand a week. What are we doing?
Reece Nelson on that as well. When we re-signed him out of contract as well, that idiot.
Saliba and Rob Holding were still on the same. Yeah, this is 22-23, the 8-point clear season.
Sambi Lakonga straight in at 50. Marquinhos on 30. Oh my God.
He's on his full flown, by the way. It's full flown. That's that, bro. That deal needs investigating. I can't lie. Matt Turner, 35. Smith Rowe still down there on 40. Yeah, Sambi Lakonga, 50. Elneny got a 5 grand pay rise. He was on 50. Tomiyasu, 55. Watch this in a minute. Yeah, keep watching, yeah, because Tomiyasu's goes up. Reece Nelson went up to 60. All right, cool. He was out of contract. I understand that. Yeah, or maybe that was... No, he was out of contract last season, not that season. Yeah, Trossard straight... Trossard on 90. Trossard was on 40 at Brighton when we got him. He was on 40 grand a week. We nearly doubled his wage. Eddie's gone from 15 to 45 to 100, just like that. Martin Odegaard's gone from 85 to 115. Ramsdale went from fucking 60 to 120, just like that. Yeah, 60. He renews the contract with us, doubles his dough. Why? Why?
How is Nketiah on the same money as Gabriel at that point? How is
Martinelli is on 180, bruv. Yeah, if we go back before 21, 22, watch Martinelli. 180, yeah?
Wasn't he on like 90 or something?
70.
70.
How did you get 110 grand a week more?
That's what happens when the fan base gas you up. That's the fan base gassing you up. That's why, bro.
How'd you go up 110 grand, bruv?
Yo,
make that shit make sense. Bro, that is a shambles.
When they're on your side, you get paid. Let's be real. All the players are getting these massive jumps here. The ones that they're saying is Project Youth. They're getting the bag, man.
Ramsdale went from 60 to 120, you know. This motherfucker was on 20 grand a week at City. We put him straight on the minimum 150. Right, now watch this. 23-24. So last season, yeah? Watch this. Watch Odegaard. He went from 85 to 115 to 240.
Just like that. Declan Rice comes in straight away, 240. He ain't even the best DM in the league. Madness, bruv.
29 comes in on 280. He was on 250 at Chelsea. Yeah? Right? Jesus stayed the same, but even so, that's a fucking rip-off. How are you on 90? Yeah, you've gone up nearly fucking 4 times your money, bruv. No, sorry, 3 times your money. Just under 3 times your money. I'm going to have a look and see how much he was on. Yeah, Rice at West Ham in a sec. Right? Saka's still on the same. Odegaard's gone from 85 to 115 to 240, just like that. Saliba, he's had a result. Yeah, because Saliba, the year before was on what, 70?
Remember, he was on the same money as Rob Holding. I think he was on 40, 50K. Something like that. A couple of years before that, he was on the same money as Rob Holding.
So Saliba was on 40. No, the year before he was on 40, bro. Right? The 8-point season, he was on 40 grand, right? So now we go last season when he renewed it. So he went from 40, straight up to 190. Why?
Now, to be fair, just like Saka, though, he was.
I kind of hear it. Yeah, I do kind of hear it. But why are you putting that geezer, bro?
But you didn't need to jump.
Why are you giving him nearly four times more money than he's getting, 5 times more money than he's getting paid? Why?
We can't offer trophy.
Reece Nelson's now on 100.
Tomiyasu, injury prone Tomiyasu. I swear he was on 40.
55.
55. So you get double the money for being injury prone.
He was on 40, then he went 55. Now he's gone 100.
That is crazy, man.
How does Reece Nelson suddenly jump to 100?
How does Cedric Suarez? Cedric Suarez, I swear he was on like 20, 30.
No, he came in on that. And he was injured on loan. Then we've got him full time on that. Cole Hine, 10 grand. Like, bro, this is a fucking shambles. Kivior, 58. Now watch this season.
No, we got Suarez straight on 75. That's mad.
Now watch this. Watch this. Mikel Merino, 130. Bro, the guy was on 50 grand a week at fucking Sociedad. Yeah. Calafiori was on 12 grand a week at Bologna.
And how many seasons did it take Saliba to get 100 plus?
To keep
in
going.
His contract? Exactly. Straight away, we're putting these players on 100 plus.
Bro, we still owe this fucking Fraudegard, nearly 50 million quid. Well, that's before this season. That's as the season started, to be fair. Yeah. So take off 240 times 52 weeks. We still owe him over 30 million quid, mate. Yeah, we still owe this dickhead about 40 million quid. Yeah, bro, this is a fucking shit show. Yeah, this is embarrassing, bruv. And Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba are earning 10 grand a week between them, more than this tranquilized German up front. No wonder they're fucking running their contracts down. They're thinking these fuckers are taking the piss. Neto, 50 grand a week. Why? He's played one game.
He's shocking.
Why have we put Timber straight on 90? Let's have a look at what he was on at Ajax. I want to do Declan Rice to see what he was on. 2 of our best players this season are on 10 grand a week between them. You watch their next contracts. Yeah, we're going to strap these two up to about fucking 80 grand a week each. All right, let's go West Ham. Yeah, because I want to see what Declan Rice was on at West Ham before we signed him. Yeah, bear in mind he's on 240, yeah? Fucking 240. No, it weren't that season.
Protecting the value, guys.
It was
over my dead body, guys.
Over my dead body, guys. It was that season. What's this doing? Oh no, it was that season. Sorry, it was that season. That would have been his last season there, so it was that season. This is a shambles, mate. Honestly, it's a fucking shit show, Northside.
He was on 60. He was on 60.
So we 4 times his money, you know. We 4 times Declan Rice's money. 4 times it.
You're telling me he wouldn't accept 120? He wouldn't
accept fucking 90.
Yeah, 90, 100K, cool. Do you know what I mean? The English tax and all of that, cool, whatever. He's still young, whatever, yeah. Okay, 100, 110, cool, boom. Nothing crazy, but we put him to 240, bro. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
What's this?
So someone like Odegaard's gonna be like, I'm the captain. How is he coming into the, even though Odegaard doesn't deserve it, but these are the conversations. I've been in the club how long? And I'm the captain. How is he matching me? So then Odegaard's next contract is gonna be 350.
Trossard was on 40 before we signed him. We signed him at the end of that season. He was on 40. Yeah, we put him straight on what, 90? McAllister's
90,
on 30.
90. Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Burn, 15. Bro, it's a shit show. It's an absolute disgrace, mate. Yeah, where's Ben White? Did we sign him the season before that? I think it was the season before that, wasn't it? Yeah, Trossard's there. Okay, Ben White was the season before. Has he been here that long? No, it was that season. 2021. Bro, when people sit there and dissect this shit, yeah, you realize how fucked we are. Yeah, most people don't. They don't dissect it, bruv. Ben White was on 50 grand a week.
50 grand.
Yeah, what's Ben White on at Arsenal?
150 is he on now?
I think he's on 150, yeah.
I think it's 150.
So when Ben White came in, let's see what we put him on. That was the summer we signed him. But me and Matty sit backstage and do this all the time. Came straight in on 120. Why? Give him 75. Wait, you're telling me you ain't leaving Brighton to come to Arsenal for an extra 25 grand a week? Of course you are. It's up the road, mate. You can stay in Brighton if you want and just travel up the M23, M25. Like what we're doing here.
But that's what we do. We got washed out Jorginho and put him on 110. We got Willian and put him on 120. These are players on the decline, bro. When we bought
where did we sign Pablo Mari from? What club was that?
What's an Italian team? Some Italian side, I swear, no?
What club did we sign Pablo Mari from? Yeah, because I'll do that one. No, it went Monza. That's where he went. Flamengo, yeah? Cool. More. Let's see how much this fucker was on. Because Pablo Mari came straight in on 85, right? Or was that the season before? I think it might have been the season before. But that would have been his contract, right?
Yeah, Monza. Yeah, they're right. Monza.
That's where we signed it. That's where we sold him from, right?
Oh, yeah. We sold him to Monza. Yeah,
we sold him there, yeah. All right. Pablo Mari came straight in on 85 grand, yeah?
Flamengo, yeah, chat's right.
How do I find the fucking next leagues? How do I find the fucking Brazilian league on here? Asia, Americas, there we go. Brazil. Club salaries. Flamengo, yeah?
Yeah.
What year did we sign him?
I don't know. Hold on.
1920. 1920. Yeah, 1920, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, 19.
They got their fucking payroll locked. I can't see it.
I'm
I'm saying you right now, he weren't on 85 grand. He was probably on about 8 grand.
No way Flamengo paying that. For Pablo Mari.
I'll tell you what we do then. Right? We now go to Italy. Yeah, Syria. Salaries. For fucking loads. What is this doing? Right? Well, now we'll see how much he's on at Flamengo, Monza. What's this doing? Load your fuck. Yeah, we'll see how much he's on at Monza. Because I guarantee he's on fuck all compared to that. Italy. Bro, I swear down, yeah, when you dissect this shit, yeah, the whole thing is a shit show. Why ain't this fucking working? Why ain't this doing this? Oh, there we go. Right, Monza. Where's Monza? Monza. There we go. Let's see how much Pablo Mari is currently getting paid at Monza then, yeah? Where is he? Is he even still playing for Monza? Are they in Syria? Let
me check.
In Syria B.
Pablo Mari.
Okay, well, we binned him last year. So fuck it. Let's go back to last year because we binned him last year or the year before. So we don't even need to do this year. Yeah, they got relegated.
He's playing for Fiorentina.
What is it, Fiorentina? He went in on 39,000 euros. 39,000 euros, yeah, which is 32 grand. Yeah, 31 grand. Let's see how much he's on at Fiorentina, yeah? He went in on less than half of what we were paying him at Arsenal. So why would he accept that to go to Monza? Why the fuck are we paying him over double what he's getting paid when we sold him? Right? So now let's go this season. Clubs, yeah? Salaries. He's at Fiorentina, yeah?
Yeah, Fiorentina, yeah.
Didn't even fucking know that.
Neither did I. It's not like we're sitting there following him, innit?
You know what I mean? Let's see how much he's on here then.
There he is. He's on 40,000 euros.
He's on the same dough. So he's on about 30 grand a week, 32 grand a week. But he was on 85 at Arsenal. Why? Straight off the bat. First contract, bang, 85 grand a week. Why? Sack everyone. Sacked a lot of them. Yeah, real talk, sacked the fucking lot of them. Now let's go Bologna. Watch this. People think I'm crazy, mate, yeah? They think I'm off my fucking nut. Oh, you're always negative. No. Calafiori's on 120 grand a week at Arsenal. 120 fucking grand a week, mate. Yeah, we put him on that straight off the bat. Watch this. Where is he? Was that the season before? No, there he is. There he is. Calafiori was on 14,000 euros, which is about 11, 12 grand a week. Yeah, and now he's on 120 straight off the bat. Straight off the bat, 120.
It's easy, man. We've got money for days. You know what I mean? We're like Wonga loans. Just come in, just walk in.
It's bullshit, bro. People think I lie all the time, bro. He was on 16,000 at Flamengo. There you go. He was on 16 grand a week. We put him on fucking 85. Put him on 80 fucking 5, you know. Yeah, watch this. Real Sociedad. Fucking pop-ups drive me mad. Watch this. Yeah, this motherfucker's on 130. 130 grand a week, yeah? Mikel Merino. There he is. 61,000 euros. That's 50 grand a week. That's £50,000 a week. We put him straight on 130, and he had 1 year left on his contract and paid 32 million quid for him. Why? You telling me that this motherfucker wouldn't have come for 65 grand a week? You know, or 60 grand a week? No, how are we giving these players over 100 grand a week, bro? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense, bro. Whoever's in control of this bullshit needs to fuck off. Yeah? This motherfucker's nicking a living. Girantini, my baller, top earner, bosh. But look at this, Brace Mendes. Look at the wage bill.
Kubu, isn't he one of their stars?
Yeah, 48 grand.
Yeah, I keep seeing him.
That's 37. That's £37,000 a week.
That Normand as well. I think he's centre back, isn't it?
La Normand, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, yeah, because he's on 53 there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on 53,000 euros.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, 57. La Normand, that is 16. That's about 40. That's about 40 grand a week. That's roughly about 40 grand a week, yeah? Right? Let's see what he's on at Atleti. 40 grand a week. Let's see what they put him on. La Normand. Let's see what they put him on. He's on roughly about 40 grand a week, yeah? I'd imagine they've doubled his dough. Fucking Oblak, 400 bags. Wow.
120.
Yeah, so now that's... Yeah, it's about 90 grand a week. So they've... Yeah, just over doubled his dough, which is fair.
Because he was a starter, innit? He was one of their best players, no?
Yeah. I get that. The point is, how are you fucking 3 times in, 10 times in, 8 times in, 7 times in, 9 times in, 7.5 times in a player's fucking wages, bruv? Yeah? Bro, Simeone's son needs to sack his dad. He's on 8 grand a week.
His dad's like, yo, there's no handouts around it.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You get handouts around it. And that's probably why he maintains the respect of the players, because they're like, yeah, you know what?
Alvarez, yeah? Alvarez, 136. That's 110 grand a week in pounds, yeah? 110 grand a week, yeah? Alvarez. 110 grand a week, right? Let's see what he was on at City. Let's go. Bro, I swear down, this whole fucking thing is a scam at Arsenal. What's this doing, man? Why is this website so... But I've fucking frozen. I'll throw a StreamYard stinker and hooked. Bear with me, guys. It'll come back in a sec. No, because you see what I'm saying, offside. Yeah, this is bullshit. Yeah, and people don't think that we're in a fucked up situation, bro. We're fucked. We're more fucked now than when he got the job. Yeah, look at the
when you
state
showed
of
the
our
wage
wages.
bill, when you showed the wage bill when he got the job, the wage bill wasn't that crazy, barring Aubameyang and Ozil, which you could somewhat justify to a degree. I think Ozil, it was time for him to go, but Aubameyang deserved his wages. You know what I mean? Like, Aubameyang deserved those. What was he? 230, something like 230. Aubameyang, and that guy was our highest goal scorer. Yeah, but now we've got man like Jesus and Havertz earning more than that, and Odegaard. Like, it doesn't make it. It's not quality for money, is it? Like,
No.
It's, I don't know, man.
But it's
That's
an
our only
absolute
selling
disgrace.
point. It's our only selling point, Lee. I've been saying it's our only selling point. Throwing money at it, and once the money runs out, then all of a sudden now we've got to sell because we can't offer anything else. So
yeah,
that's why Williams came here. That's why Peter Cech came here. That's why, you know what I mean, David Luiz came here. This is why William came here. This is why Zinchenko's come here. Do you know what I mean? This is what we do. This is what we do. We'll just throw the bag at you. Or you want to come here, we'll throw the bag. Like how is it that our centre backs like Saliba was fighting for years from 40k to get up to the money that he's on now, and yet Calafiori and Moreno come in and just like that, boom, they're on his money. What he was on, like, that took him like 3-4 years. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like Ben White, to be fair, he deserves that money because, to be fair to Ben White, he held down that right back position, and to be honest, he's been one of the most consistent defenders that we've had. We talk a lot about, you know, barring this season, but he's been injured. So I kind of understand getting Ben White on 150 based on his consistency in the team. He deserves to be on decent money. But the rest of them, I don't get it.
Bro, Julian Alvarez on 110 grand a week, pounds. Yeah. Salaries. Yeah, watch this. Let's see how much he was on at Man City. £110,000 a week he's on at Atleti, yeah? £110,000 a week. See what he was on at Man City when they signed him. $100. So he's gone up 10 grand a week. And they signed him for 70 grand. 70 million, sorry. So he went up a 10. If that was, bro, he was on 100 grand a week at Man City. Atleti have signed him for 75 million quid and put him on 10 grand a week more. If that's us, he's on 240.
Easy.
It's like, bro, this is bullshit, you know.
I don't get it, bro.
I'm going to go bathroom quick and then we're going to wrap. I know you need to bounce as well. So I've only just seen that. I was on a different screen. Give me 2 seconds. I need to wrap as well. I need to go to bed soon. But listen, bear with us, guys. Give me 2 minutes. North's going to take care of you guys. Pause. Smash the likes up and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Then we're going to wrap. Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Smash the likes, guys. Over my dead body, guys. Smash the likes. You know what I mean? But I just don't. I don't really get it. Like, we're gonna struggle to get rid of players. I remember when this club said we're not gonna rip up contracts. Best believe we're gonna have to start ripping up contracts. There's too many players here that are on stupid wages. We're gonna struggle to get rid of. And we saw for how many years El Nene sitting on holding bench, being happy on the money that he's on. Rob Holding being happy on the money that he's on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust this club when it comes to the finances. You know, Nketiah and Reece Nelson running out of contract, giving them 100k. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of it is backed by the gas that this fan base do. Like Odegaard, best believe Odegaard is on 240 because his fan base gas him up like he's Kaká or something, or like he's flipping prime, you know what I mean, Rui Costa or something. Like, these man gas him up like he's Lampard or something, bro. He's not that guy, innit? But they gas him up like that, so the contract reflects the gas from this fan base. That's what it is. Martinelli money going up is because people are over-gassing Martinelli. Based on what? He's never had the output. His money should have never been matching Saka. He's never affected this team to the same level as Saka. So why were you on matching the same money as Saka? Makes no sense. Zinchenko's on 150 because the fan base are gassing up that he's pivotal to the way that we play football. That's why he's on that money. Jesus is on 240 because everyone was telling us, oh, we don't need a clinical goal scorer. Jesus fits the system perfectly. He drops in deep, links up play. He's a Arteta style of striker. Now he's on 240 and injury prone. That's the reality, bro. That's the reality. Havertz is on 260 because you man were gassing up. Oh, yeah, it's a great signing. Yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 window. You know what I mean? All the top gooners that were gassing it, that's why these men are on big money. because of the gas. You know what I mean? Mikel Moreno is on flipping, what is it, 130, because man was saying he's going to unlock Martinelli. Calafiori's on it because man are calling him Sweet Prince when he looks like a flipping Italian Katie. You know what I mean? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. The Italian Katy Perry and man are getting excited. Oh, look at his hair. And my guys are already walking in on 120, 110. This is stupid, man. I don't know how we're going to get rid of these players, because last time we had players on stupid contracts, we had to rip them up. Do you know what I mean? Or accept stupid money back for these players. I don't trust this club, man. I don't trust this club. I don't trust their player ID. I don't trust the money that we spend. It's crazy. Like, our wage bill's gone up by 100 M's. Like, 100 million pounds, our wage bill's gone up. And when you look at outside of the starting 11, even so, and just look at the bench, and you're like, we're burning so much money. We're burning so much money, and then we wonder why we don't have money for a striker, yet we still have money. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me. We literally, the only selling, I don't know what we're going to do, because the problem is, it's not only just getting rid of players, it's players coming in saying, I want you to match. Like, if you get a number 10 in right now, yeah, let's say we go get Wirtz. Yeah, let's just say, for example, I know we're not going to get Wirtz. Let's say we go and get Wirtz, yeah. You think Wirtz ain't going to say, yo, Odegaard's on 240. I want 240 minimum. I want 240 minimum, because you're bringing me in. Yeah, it's gonna obviously, we're gonna have to throw the bag at it. You think Wirtz is gonna sit there and say, yo, big up Matty, bro. Big up Matty.
Hey, man, keep preaching. I'm listening to you, man. Keep going. Wirtz. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is the problem is, it's not just about getting rid of players, it's players coming into the club now, and these world-class players or whatever top players you want to bring into the club, they're gonna be like, yo, how much is Odegaard on? Yo, you better run me at minimum 240. Otherwise, why am I coming to the club? Striker coming in, yo, you better run me minimum 280. You got Havertz on that. You got Havertz on that. And my numbers and my trophies talk louder. So guess what? I want minimum. So then they use the current players as the barometer as to how much we're going to. So now we're overpaying for top players as well. That we wouldn't have to. But then the market, yeah, the landscape of our transfer window, the landscape of our flipping players' wages is going to dictate how much we have to put players on now. It's probably dictating why a lot of players aren't signing, why Saliba's like, what? How am I earning less money than Odegaard? Is Odegaard getting linked to Real Madrid? Is Havertz and Jesus getting linked to Real Madrid? Are you dumb? Yeah? It's a disrespect, the fact that you've allowed me to be on this much money, but you're boosting his money.
Gabriel's on 100 grand a week, you know.
I'm not signing. Do you know what I mean? And this
bro, do you know what? I can start to cut in because I know you've got limited time. I know you've got a bounce, so I appreciate you, man, always. Yeah. Bro, I would not be surprised if Madrid come in for the pair. I also wouldn't be surprised, and Ludog fucking flipped us a fucking top earlier. Yeah. I said it wouldn't surprise me if Real Madrid come in for Trent, yeah, Salah, and Van Dijk. They're all free. They need a centre back. He's one of the best in the world. Yeah. They need replacements, yeah, for the forwards. Well, cool. Salah's available, mate. Yeah. And they need a fullback because Carvajal is nearly done. Yeah, and Vasquez is shit and nearly done. And they're all free, bro. Just give them a signing on thing. 2-year deal. Off you go. By which time, Saliba and Gabriel are out of contract. Yeah. And then they could go, oh, fuck it, we're going to get this guy. And that, bro, it would not surprise me one bit. Yeah. Not surprise me one bit. But, bro, now you've seen that factually on your screen, Northside, yeah? Do you realize how fucked we are?
What you showing?
I showed him the wages of what we brought some of these players on and what they were on. Yeah, Marino, Zinchenko, the wage increases, Eddie from 15 grand to 45 to 100, Odegaard 85 to 115 to 40. Declan Rice, how much was Declan on at West Ham? 60?
Yeah, I was going to say 40. I thought it was like 40.
Yeah, he was on 60. We put him on 240 straight away. Why?
Hey, man, it's tragic, ain't it, Northside? Tragic. I'm telling you, when people go look at these wages, you know, Curtis Shaw found the wages last week.
Yeah, he found it. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he's changed his life. I'm telling you, when people see these numbers and then you hear top Gooner's talking about when he first got here, you heard him talking about the wage bill. Now you don't hear him talking about the wage bill, and then you look at the wage bill, and then you wonder why we stuck with a lot of dead weight. You know, this is why they brought Berta in to clean this crap up. It's going to be some players need to be moved out of here. We need about 3 or 4 players moved out. I'm as soon as the season ends, goodbye. Take what you can get for them. Move them out.
Yeah, listen, we need Berta to work his magic, bro. But yeah, man,
Bro,
listen, we're gonna have to
I know
bounce.
you got to bounce as well. I know
Yeah,
you got work tomorrow as well, man. Bless up to you, North always. Make sure you sub to Northside's channel. Links in the title. I'll get Matty's in the title in a minute. And yeah, North man, what you got coming up in the next couple of days, bro?
Yeah,
obviously,
man.
look how depressed he is, man. He's just seen the wage bill, Matty. After Portugal lost to Denmark, Rasmus Højlund doing the sue in front of Ronaldo.
Hey man, that wage bill, bro.
Angola lost. At least Cabo Verde one, mate.
No, Angola drew.
Oh, they drew.
Yeah, they drew, man.
Oh, you're celebrating a draw, yeah?
They put their nuts on the table. They got ticket catch. Nah, man. You know what I mean? They fight and win, innit? You know, when it's Wakanda, you gotta just be that cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna grill them. You know what I mean? But yeah, at least Cape Verde won. You know what I mean? I'm switching to being fully Cape Verdean right now because Portugal's
have you got one of their shirts?
Hey man, you know what? Come on tonight.
No, that's the only one I don't have because
hey, we got Brazil and Colombia here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, do you know what? I got a 5-hour drive to Mercia. Otherwise, I do a watch.
Yeah, well, we're not staying up all night, then, Lee.
No.
But big up Matty though, every single time, man. Big up Matty, bro.
But what you got coming up, Northside? Shout this thing out before you go.
Yeah, man. More videos dropping, more clips, more lives tomorrow. Probably going to be doing the England game. So yeah, more lives, man. International, at least, you know, with England, I don't really care, innit? Where it is. So yeah, man, more content. Yeah, just internationals, innit? That's all we got going on. It's just, yeah, at least my games are out of the way for the meantime and focus on the other games, man. But love for having me on. Big up to the chat. Make sure you're running up the likes as well, man. And big up, man, every single time.
Good to see you, brother.
Always, man. Bless
Big
always,
up.
my guy.
Love, man.
Big up, man. Make sure you sub to Northside. Yangel Herrera's on 21 grand a week at Girona. Yeah, that guy walks straight in our midfield. Aspria, 20 grand a week. Market opportunity. He was at Watford. Their record signing, 16 mil. Let me grab these 2 supers real quick, mate, and then we'll go. Yeah, I could do maybe about another hour and 20 max.
I ain't gonna keep you that long. We do about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. To be fair, I don't need to be in Mercia until about 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Yeah, but I want to get up early. Yeah. I want to get up I say early. Early for me is about midday. This guy, bruv. Hey up, Gunnery. Do you think nah, you're crazy, bruv. Why'd you put these comments in my chat? Come on, what are you doing here? Nah, Joseph, man. This name's mad, and that comments, bruv, why? Why? Brother, big up C-Dot. The Berta signing makes sense now. Gabriel is gone, and Saliba will be next. The owners have got this guy in to manage the signings. Arteta out. 100 billion%. This guy has had the heads up onto the next, yeah, from Tim Lewis, who has worked with KSC since 07, and he's gone, nah, this is a shit show, mate.
Yeah,
break it down.
I mean, Lee, I told Tony Clark Gunner yesterday the exact same thing. I said, what's going to happen here is they have looked at this thing. They have said, nah, we're in. They looked at those numbers. They saw the bleed. They said, nah. We're not gonna do this anymore. They specifically brought Berta in to try to keep Saliba, try to keep Magalhaes, and try to get some kind of a deal and try to clean up a lot of this mess. Because if you end up having to sell either one of those and then you keep this joker here,
yep,
he stays one more year. This is what I told Tony, exactly how I told him yesterday. I worded it this way, same way I worded it to him. I said, basically, if you see a 1-year deal pop up on either one of them, they're leaving. No doubt about it.
Yeah, 1-year extension or something.
Yeah, an extension, it's over. It's over. Yeah. All bets off. They out of here. If you see a 4-year deal, that means more than likely the manager won't be here. He'll leave. They'll stay because they're not going to stay another 3 or 4 years under this manager. Just not going to happen. that says a lot about their career. If they decide they want to re-up and stay with this manager for 4 more years, and he's still here, then that just tells me it's all a shit show. If they re-up and it's like a 2-year deal, they're gonna wait to see what happens here with this manager. I think he's coming in here to get these deals done, because there's no way Ato could come in and negotiate these kind of situations here. I mean, if it was a shit show out of the gate, they would have kept Ato. So them not keeping Ato tells you that, yeah, we want to go in another direction. And I don't think the manager had anything to do with it, which hence his behavior the last few weeks, because he's had a little bit of an edge the last few weeks, like he's mad. The wall's closing in, Lee. Yeah,
no, I totally agree, bro. I totally agree. I just think like they've looked at that wage bill and they've just gone.
I'm listening. I'm gonna switch my shirt, man. I got this hot ass shirt. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I think they've looked at it and they've just thought, nah, this wage bill is out of control. It's out of control, and they're looking at the numbers that we've just looked at. Yeah, and they're going, nah, this can't carry on. This cannot carry on. Yeah, because we're going to implode. Yeah, and it will implode. And then how do we get rid of some of these players? Your mic's going crazy.
Oh, I hate that. There we go.
What YouTube channel is this Brazil game on? Or what channel? Because I can put a VPN on. Just watch it while we're chatting.
Telemundo. They say Telemundo in the chat.
What YouTube channel?
It's on Telemundo. Oh, YouTube channel. Let me see. I don't know what YouTube channel.
Is it on YouTube, guys? That said, is Matty the Flash? How did he change so fast? Tactics. SSC. So have live Brazil stream. What, on YouTube, yeah? Live Brazil match today. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, but some of these are like, you get duped into thinking it's the game when it's actually FIFA.
Yeah.
And click on that one. Premier Sports. Yeah, but is it on YouTube on Premier Sports? Because I can switch. Is it on Brazil National TV? Yeah, see, that's FIFA. I've been fucking duped. Look at that. Well, what's Brazilian terrestrial TV channel called that's got the game on?
Global. Might be Global.
Global
okay. Sport.
Global Sport. Cool. Let's put the VPN on. Brazil. Because I'll just put that on while we're chatting.
Oh, they say it's on Premier Sports. Premier. They keep saying it's. Samuel keeps saying it's Premier Sports.
Premier Sports. Okay, maybe I can put the VPN on in the UK then, because I think I get that for. Is that on Amazon? Because I got Premier Sports Amazon, UK. Let me go. All right, listen, smash these likes up as well. There's 900 people locked in. But no, mate, I think this Berta guy is going to come in and get rid of him. I can't lie. I genuinely think that's going to happen. Yeah, it's on Amazon, Premier Sport. If you got Amazon, yeah, Amazon Prime, it's on there. Happy days. Happy days. We got the game on. But no, I think he's going to come in and totally clear up. What's going on here? Is it kicking off now? What time does it kick off?
8. Well, yeah, let's get ready to kick off in just a second.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm watching the VAR room now. Yeah, I think he's coming in. Yeah, to clean this shit up, bro. Yeah, because like, bro, if we're sitting there looking at the numbers, which we do, then surely Tim Lewis, yeah, and Richard Garlick and Josh Kroenke are looking at the numbers. You'd like to think that, right? So if we're looking at that, surely they're looking at that.
I mean, Lee, when you think about it, man, the way they finished this, the way that they finished the season in absolute disgrace. The last 2 seasons, they spent the money that we spent, and then to then this season fall all the way back as we did. This is why they acted so fast. This you've thrown 800, 750 away. It's going to be over 800 this year. You've thrown it away. I keep telling people they have looked at those wages, and they have looked at the you know, the lay of the land and said, wait a minute. Second, and then we fall this far back, and then we give you the money. You don't buy what you need. You buy, you know, a player that's crocked for the rest of the look like he's crocked for the end of the year.
Yeah, Calafiori, yeah, he looks fucked.
Yeah, he's crocked. That's another one. Because I told everybody, I said, there's going to be more injuries coming. People are talking the piss. Well, there you go. Told you. This team is not, we were not set up from day one, Ligana, to do anything this season.
Nope.
This was a complete and utter disaster of a season. This was a disaster. And people are making it out like, you know, 6 out of 10. I'm still hearing 6 out of 10s. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s. We've all seen the clip that's going viral. You know, this is best work.
This is the best season. This is his best season he's had because he's had to manage and juggle the unprecedented.
Yeah, unprecedented.
The unprecedented injuries and the refereeing decisions and so on and so forth. What's a load of bollocks?
It's an absolute disgrace, man.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, Matty, yeah, I don't think that we're going to go out there and do what people think we're going to do.
No, we're not buying like 30 players for 400 million. We're not doing that.
Let me play you this clip, yeah? Because I don't know if you was tuning in before you got here, yeah? Let me play you this clip from Fabrizio Romano about Alexander Isak, yeah? Let me play you this. It's 30 seconds, yeah? Watch this.
But I keep telling you that big, massive proposals will come to the table for Alexander Isak. Because Arsenal will be there. Arsenal want Isak. Sesko is the other name on the list, but for sure Isak and Sesko are the two main names. Liverpool are also there for Alexander Isak, already made some contact with people close to the player. So both clubs are interested in Alexander Isak. For Arsenal, is the absolute top target. For Liverpool, is one of the names they are considering in that position. So we will follow the situation and we will see what...
Okay, so before I get your thoughts on it, yeah? Me and you are in a club. We're both single. We're both pals. We spot the baddie over in the corner. She's with a group of friends. You've said that's my number one target. And I've gone, well, she's one of the options because that thing over there's not too bad either. And you go, well, go on then. Go and try your luck with the baddie. Yeah? I go and try my luck with the baddie. But she's your number one target.
Yeah.
But you didn't even bother trying. But she's on my list.
Yeah.
But I've already tried. That's what he's saying. And you notice the way he threw fucking Sesko's name in.
Yeah.
So Liverpool is on the list. Arsenal is number one target, but Liverpool made contact with the baddie. Yeah, but Arsenal haven't. It's nothing. Bro, these people chat shit.
Lee, I mean, look at the presentation of that video.
Hey, it looks like Henry Wright's house.
I mean, that you know, that's what I mean, look at the presentation of that.
Mate, yeah, he's even wearing the same clothes, bro. I swear down.
Look at the presentation of that video. And you tell me, look, I used to work in journalism. And you know, there's a level of decorum that you're supposed to have there. You know, you breaking something like that, you know. You remember
same background, same jumper, same hand movements.
You remember Guillaume Bagley.
Arm waves are up from Vinny already, lads. 4 minutes gone.
What's my man? Guillaume
Ballagay, yeah. You know, at least he used to have a little bit of professionalism back in the day, you know.
Yeah, serial waffler, but at least he come across a bit more professional, yeah.
And
penalty,
he got the ball. No, he got the ball.
Yeah, they give him the pen.
They gave him the pen.
Yeah. Rafinha's about to take the pen.
Yeah, I was just it was funny that it happened because I was just getting ready to say Brazil is I like the energy they coming out with tonight.
Yeah, Vinny's got the arm waves up. Rafinha's about to step up. Brazilian north side.
Yeah, that's good.
Brazilian north side. The referee's on smoke. He's telling everyone stay outside the penalty box. No encroaching.
Why would he tackle with that leg?
I don't know. That's mad. I can't lie.
Tackle with that leg instead of the other leg.
Because they're shit, man. These footballers are crap and they're nicking a living. Rafinha steps up. It was stuttery run. 1-0.
Yeah, I'm a few behind you, but it's all good.
Yeah, the Brazilian fucking what's the geezer's name? Fucking Family Guy. system.
They switched to Brazil. Brazil switched their coach, right, chat? I think Brazil switched their coach.
They go, no, they're still got the same guy, Dorival.
Okay, still there. All right.
What's
They
his
come
name?
out.
Yes, fucking Peter Griffin. Yeah, they still got Peter Griffin, the Brazilian Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
No, but can you see what you're saying is spot on, mate? Yeah, he looks like he's just gone. Fuck it, I'll just put this out there.
Yeah,
just to get a bit of traction.
Let's be frank. Let's be frank. Isak's not coming to Arsenal this season, and people need to stop that. There's no way Isak's coming to Arsenal. That it's not. This is what they're doing is they're trying to set you up for the soft landing. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's this person here's gonna be there, and the fact that he even brought those two out tell me it's probably not gonna be. It's not gonna either be either one of them.
No.
You know what I told Tony Clark Gunner yesterday? You know what I told him? I said, what you better hope don't happen is that Newcastle decide to pair Gyökeres with Isak. That's what you better hope that don't happen. Because if they pair him up with somebody, it's going to be really lights out there.
Yeah, facts. No, all of this is spin, bro. We're doing this in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Right there. What you just said, spin. That's exactly what it is. It's just spin.
Yep. Isak's the hottest property right now. Yeah. Arsenal was shit. Newcastle won a cup. Let's put the prop out.
Yep.
Bro, how do you say that he's our number one target, but he's on Liverpool's list, but Liverpool have already made contact with his reps and we ain't? So how's he our number one target then? That it makes no sense, bro. But most people don't hear that. They just hear Isak, Arsenal number one target, and forget the rest of what he said. Yeah, Ornstein will do the same. Ben Jacobs will do the same. Mock Belenda do the same. Yeah, they're all at it, bro. Yeah, we've seen this in January, mate. We see the whole month of January getting linked to everybody.
Everybody.
And we signed nobody. Yeah, it's going to be even worse this summer.
And when they did it, Lee, when we signed nobody, you could hear a rat piss on cotton.
Yeah. That was the best window we've had in a long time, by the way.
Yeah, you heard nothing. It was just radio silence. That's all you heard.
He's staying at Newcastle. He'll probably get a new deal at Newcastle. Yeah.
For me, man, I'm going to just let Bertie do what he needs to do. I don't really even care what happens this summer. I'm just going to sit back and watch. I don't even care. That's kind of where I'm at with it this summer. I'm just going to sit back and see what happens. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if he just said, you know what, you want Sesko, I'm going to let you get Sesko, just so you can hang your own self. And you want it, get it.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't work out, well, this is another example. He'll just turn around to the management and say, this is another example of how many times his managers fail. So this is why y'all should let me handle all the business. Yeah.
Bro, he's not gone and got that job without having a certified 100% that he is in charge. Bro, this guy's worked with Simeone.
Yeah.
Well, that should have been 2-0. Yeah, he's worked with Simeone.
Yeah,
Simeone, but the way he comes across, the way he is in interviews, on the touchline, the way he was as a player, you know that guy's hard work to work with. Yeah, because he's going to stand his ground. And he's like, nah, I'm standing my ground here, mate. Yeah, the fact that guy worked with him for 12, 13 years, it tells you that he can handle a strong character. Bro, this guy's a mouse, to him compared to Simeone. Yeah, he's been brought in there to clean it up.
He probably started laughing. Well, could you handle? He probably started laughing like I'm laughing now. Like,
bro,
are you serious?
He's not a stupid geezer, right? He's probably said, "Yo, show me the wage bill.
Yep.
Show me the books. Yeah, let's see what we're doing here." And he's probably gone, "This is a fucking shit show, mate. Like you put him on this, and he was on that.
Yeah,
he was on, and he was what? No, we need to get rid of this guy. Yeah, and let's be real, it'll be cheaper to sack Arteta and hire Inzaghi.
Yeah.
Than it will and get him to rebuild than it will for Arteta to rebuild.
That's exactly what I said yesterday. I said they'll give him a piece of a window. He'll get probably 2 signings at best, and then they're going to give him 5 games.
5-10 games, and he's gone.
If we sitting there 3rd, 5th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, get him out of here. Let's just go ahead and bring in somebody else. Or I even said this. He may capitulate this year and say the hell with it. They might just say, "Oh yeah, we can go ahead and just we'll end this earlier than expected." Especially if we capitulate,
I'm hoping when he stands there on the pitch side with a mic, go around the whole tannoy system, and says, "Guys, Fantastic journey, guys. I'm so impressed with you guys. It's been great, guys. We have got the fans on board. Everyone is happy. We are now challenging again for major honors, guys. Make sure you back the next manager, guys, because this is the end of the road for me, and it's been a fantastic 5.5 years, guys. However, I need to move on, guys. But you make sure you back the next manager, guys. Yeah, but they won't back the next manager. Well, the fans won't. Yeah, the club might do. We're better here now, but the fans won't, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? This guy ain't going nowhere. He's gonna wait until he gets sacked.
He's going to show you how selfish he really is.
Yeah.
He's going to show you how selfish he really is. He's going to try to ride this thing as long as he can.
Hmm?
And then finally, when it's at the final death, that's when he'll probably roll out. When it's at the absolute worst hour.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. It'll be a mutual consent. It won't be sacked. It's mutual consent, like Wenger was.
Yeah. Instead of him leaving at the end of the season, he'll leave. We'll be in 9th place or something like that.
Yeah, November or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a squad that's completely fucked. Yeah, players that have left. Do you remember when they're sitting there, fucking Sanelli and all that lot, yeah? Yeah.
Left.
Diamond Eye, Michelin's hat. Yeah, we're not going to let players run down their contracts under 2 years. Okay, cool. Well, Martinelli's under 2 years. Saliba, Jorginho, Thomas Partey, Gabriel, Tierney. Well, there's 6. There's 6 straight away. Yes, obviously Sterling's going back. Neto's going back. There's 8 of our squad. That's 8 of our squad, mate. Yeah, that's 8. That is 1/3 of our fucking squad. In fact, it's more than 1/3 of our squad. Yeah, we're finished.
Yeah,
we're dusted. Big up Cal's Corner. Haley, what midfielder do you want us to get? None under this manager. I don't want him to have another penny. If I'm being completely honest.
Cut the spigot off. At least they cut the spigot off.
Yeah, cut the spigot off. Trust. Yeah, the light bulbs. Bless up for the super chat, Cal. Yeah. Yeah, cut it off. The light bulbs, duck, or the rabbit. Yeah, the speakers. Yeah, jumping up and down the touchline. When did you see Ancelotti jumping up and down the touchline?
Lemons.
Bro. That is not fucking good enough, guys. Yeah, he's jumping up and down like a prat in front of Nuno Tavares and that, and they're looking at him like he's a weirdo. Smith Rowe is like, what is he talking about, bruv? Pickpockets.
Pickpockets, yeah.
Win the dog.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, bro, the whole thing's a fucking shit show.
High pressure. What do you say? They say, well, how did he get injured? We were doing high pressure drills.
Oh, yeah, in Dubai.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dubai.
Fucking Salt Bay, feeding him food. Like, get out of here, bro. The fact they took Saka on that journey in the first place last year, on that trip, this year, sorry, on that trip, was all for PR. Now they're trying to make out he's coming back in and he's going to play the game. Like, what are we doing here? Like, Hook said to me, oh, don't you think we should bring him on for like 10, 15 minutes, half an hour at the end to get us through? I said, at what cost? Yeah, and what did you say to me? Yeah, I think it was you that said it to me. Cool, if he's fit enough to be on the bench, he's fit enough to start.
He's fit enough to start, yeah.
So why don't we start him then? Yeah, I wish I'd said that to Hooks.
What I told you yesterday, I said, ideally, if it was me, I would save him for the second, especially if it was the second leg of the semifinal, either save him for the final. That would make the most sense. But people keep acting like the Real Madrid game is the semifinal.
No, they're thinking it's our final.
That's the quarterfinal.
Bro, if we beat them, yeah, this fan base is going to be unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll probably lose to PSG or Villa.
Yeah, the Villa dump us right out of there, right behind it. We'll get dumped out.
Yeah. But they'll go on, oh, well, you know, we got to a semi-final of the Champions League, first time since 08, 09, or 07, 08, whatever year it was.
How many times did we win after that, Lee?
It's pathetic, bro. I'm sick to death. How many times
did we win after that, Lee? Because that's what they'll start. Oh, yeah, we're ready. We're almost there. How many times did we win after that? And we had a much better team back then.
I said Arteta's one side, to be fair. He was the first celebrity to get COVID. He shut down the whole world, mate. Yeah, we played. Funny enough, we played Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I big up Mum Spaghetti. The funny part is the way Arteta speaks is how Pep speaks. He never used to speak like that. He stole his whole identity, fraud with a wig. Bro, this is Henry talks bollocks. Yeah, stealing Flowers' whole identity, bro. He never used to speak like that either. It's the same thing. Then it's just like, bro, come on. You can't keep conning people. Yeah, because there is a cut-off point for people. Yeah, some people keep going on with the gimmick and trying to be super positive and that, yeah. Like Hook said to me today, you know, on the show I was on with him, yeah, he was like, yeah, but back in the day when we was in the pubs and all of that, there was no manager in, manager out talk. I said, do you know why? Because we were winning. Yeah, Wenger was winning, bro. Yeah, I said the social media weren't a thing back then. Yeah, 2004, YouTube just started.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2006, we got Champions League final. Nobody was using fucking social media back then. 2006, Romans fucking done back-to-back titles with Jose. Yeah, 2008, the Sheikh rocks up. 2011, we're getting banged 8-2 at Old Trafford. There was no socials like that. It ain't like it is now. Yeah. So you go to the pub, yeah, your team was shit. People wanted Wenger out. Yeah, but 2004 they didn't. Why? Because we were winning. 2002, 99, 98, whatever. We come second. Yeah, 03, 99, all this and that, yeah. Cool. But guess what? Nobody cared because we knew we were going to win the next season.
Like you said, Lee, we had Wenger had credit in the bank up until until we went through that really, really bad drop.
He had credit in the bank up until for me personally, I said 2011, 8-2 I was done.
Yeah. I say 2010, you know. But
so I gave him well, actually I didn't give him a pass. Yeah, because I wanted him out in fucking when we lost to Man United in the Champions League semi. Yeah, but I was like, okay, cool. He's got a Champions League semi. Yeah, cool, whatever. We just moved to the new stadium. Yeah, 06 we were a Champions League final. 05 we won the cup. Invincible season. I was like, we're still there or thereabouts. Yeah. Maybe just tweak a few things, get a couple more players. I was a bit like a Gal and Hooks or whatever, if you want to call it that. Yeah. 2010, I was like, nah. 2011, that 8-2, I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, I tell 8-2, boy, that was the...
That 8-2, I was done, mate. I was done.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, but I was on the verge of being done after Ronaldo scored that 40-yard free kick against Almunia in the Champions League semi. But then I was thinking, well, it's a Champions League semi. Okay, cool. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Let's see what up 6. Next season, fucked up again. Next season, 8-2. Bye-bye, mate. It's done. But that's with him having a fuck ton of credit in the bank, Matt.
Yeah. And then
this guy's got no credit.
After that, then that's when it came. Santi Cazorla, he just got off of playing for Ecuador, and that was all she wrote after that.
And he shouldn't be on the pitch in the fucking first place. Yeah. And Tim Payton, you can resign from the AST, yeah, for chatting bollocks all summer.
Yep.
That is the goated fan cam of all time. Yeah. No, but yeah, bro, I swear, 10-2 against Bayern as well. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
like, we've done some embarrassments, man.
That was 10-2, man. That was we got our asses kicked.
At ease as well. At ease.
I mean, they swept us aside.
Didn't they do us 5-1 3 times in a row?
5-1 and 3 times.
3 times in a row. 5-1, 5-1, 5-1.
Every single time we played them, we got our ass
whooped.
Yeah. Every single time. Yeah, Kieran is right. Yeah, it was actually 15-3. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, yeah. It was like back then, like social media weren't a big thing. Like it was a big thing, but it weren't a big thing. Like it was getting bigger, but it's not what it is now. Yeah, when was that?
6-0, Jason. That's another one. 6-0.
Yeah, 1000th game. Wenger's 1000th game.
We got blitzed. I remember that, man. I watched out like
even Salah scored for Chelsea, and nobody remembers.
Yeah, when
nobody remembers.
When De Bruyne on the team then too.
Yeah.
Yeah, De Bruyne was playing.
They sent off. Who'd they send off? Was it Oxlade-Chamberlain? And it should have been Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4-4 at Newcastle. 4-0 up. Yeah, Birmingham City Cup final. Like, fucking hell, yeah. Man's still doing backflips to this day, bruv.
We've
had some shit shows, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is as well, yeah. Big up Aki in the chat as well, yeah. Right? Bruv, it wasn't used like that. You're right. You're right. It was only from about maybe 2018.
Yeah, that's when it started, about 17, 18.
2017, 18, and then lockdown just elevated social media differently.
We used to all be on message board.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was all on message
Yeah, or
board.
forums and
forums.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was only, the Reading 7-5. Fucking hell, mate. We've had some bad games, man. Like, and this is the thing as well, yeah? Like, lockdown, is the best thing to happen to this fucking club.
Yeah,
because everyone was sat at home, social media went boom.
Yep.
Yeah. And now everyone's just happy to be there or happy to be part of something. It wasn't like that before 2018-19, 2019-20. Yeah, before that, weren't a big thing. And everyone actually fucking had accountability. Now, it's vibes. Yeah. Heads up onto the next. Yeah. Mate, I watched Arsenal women lose to Real Madrid women the other day, yeah?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. I watched a little bit of that as well.
The pitch was horrendous, yeah? However, yeah, Arsenal women are surely more suited to playing on a pitch like that because they're playing England. It's been raining for nearly 3 weeks in Spain, Matt. Yeah? And then, Ian Wright's sitting there going, well, the pitch. Bro, when they posted out the tweet, Arsenal women's, it was like watching Real Madrid when they have a fuck up. Nearly every single comment, get this manager out. She's been there 2 months. These players are a disgrace. Bro, it's like anyone who went against it, you're part of the problem. It's like watching Madrid when they fuck up. Anyone who goes like super positive.
They hold the women's team to a better standard.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yeah. Because they've won a fuck ton of trophies. Yeah. It's embarrassing. Yeah. And then I watched Barcelona women. Yeah. Bro. Without if it was a no contact sport, Barcelona women would slap Arsenal differently. Yeah, bro, the way they play football is like watching their men's team. Yeah, they're sick, bro. There's a girl, 18-year-old, slapped the 4th goal. Slapped the 4th goal. She picks the ball up, touches it, nutmegs the player, edge of the box, just cutting inside. Yeah, whips it top bins underside of the bar. Somebody in my chat said to me, Barca signed her up by sliding in her DMs on Instagram. They see her highlights reel.
Yeah.
They DM'd her. It was, bang, we want to sign you up. Bro, she just scored in the Champions League quarterfinal. They're 4-1 to make it 4-1 away against Wolfsburg. Yeah, it's like when I watched the women's team of that, Barca, I've never watched women's football a whole 90. Yeah, I've watched 4 now because I watched the Lyon Bayern, but I didn't stream that. It's on my pots. Bro, Lyon, if it's a no contact sport, Lyon women's team and Barca women's team would absolutely take most Premier League teams to pieces. The physical side of it, obviously, they're not going to do that. But if it was a no contact sport, bro, they'll bop everyone off the park. Yeah, they'll bop them off the park, bro. Yeah, the thing with women's football, the only difference I think with women's football, physicality, shot power, and the goalkeepers are too small. Yeah, they're like mad short in it. Girls are normally shorter than guys, not in every instance. They're the 3 things that are the difference between women's football off the 4 games that I've watched this week. Shot power ain't there, but it's relevant. So, like, if they were playing men, the keeper might save more of the chances than a woman goalkeeper would save. Yeah, the physicality, and the height of the goalkeeper. Yeah, speed, I'm not so sure. There's some quick women players, man. Real Madrid have got some ballers, man. But Barca's ballers are
I just said Barcelona got the elite. Them Lyon
as well.
Chelsea, elite.
Chelsea, they lost to Man City. Right, do you know who scored the 2 goals for Man City? Arsenal's ex-striker that we sold to Man City. Miedema.
Yeah.
She scored the 2 goals. She came on at halftime. Yeah, 2-0 up. And that was Chelsea's first. I think that's Chelsea's first loss all season.
She is lethal.
Bro, she's better than 29.
She is lethal, bro.
Bro, the bird who's Ballon d'Or winner, Bonmati, she's buff as well. I can't lie. Yeah, she's tidy.
You talking about the Spanish gal?
She is the female Iniesta, bro.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's unreal, mate. Yeah, but it's the IQ. Yeah, and this is the thing, like when you watch somebody, like I've never watched a full women's game. I've watched 4 this week, bro. When you watch when you watch Lyon, bro, the pace of the game is quick. Yeah, when you watch Barcelona, the pace of the game is quick. People can cry about Arsenal women and the pitch and all of this and that. No. Real Madrid have only been formed for 5 years. You give that another 2 years, yeah, they'll start taking over.
Yeah,
they'll start taking over.
Bring a higher quality of
Florentino Perez, yeah, put a statement out the other day, and he said, Florentino Perez said they can start playing at the Bernabeu, the women's team, when they win the league. Yeah. Now you have to win the league and you can play at the Bernabeu. Now you get more fans in there. Now you get more money. Now you can build the team up. So now there's more incentive to try and win the league. Barca women have lost, I think, 7 games out of their last 167 league games. No, sorry. They've lost 3 games and drawn 4 out of their last 167. Yeah, they're dominated.
Yeah, Chad, I saw United States got their ass whooped by Panama in the last second. It's crazy. I saw that. I heard.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab a beer.
Yeah. I heard about that, fella. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not surprised. I'm not putting anything into that United States team. We're gonna. He need that. You talk about a whole cycle. Look, I got a fella down here for Brazil. Is it Emerson? Can't quite make out who that is. But yeah, Panama. Yeah, I mean. It's one of those things where he just got the job, but the team was not good as a whole when he got there. And quite frankly, for me, I go on these rants when it comes to United States football. I absolute hate pay for play. Absolute hate it with a passion. It's one of the worst things that happened to football in America. It's this damn pay for play. You got kids out there playing $2,000 and $3,000 to play on travel teams, and then I'll take a rec league team, work with them that keep that same team, and then whoop the team that you paying $2,000 or $3,000 for your child to play on, whoop that team's ass, and then they say, "Well, why am I paying $2,000 or $3,000?" And I tell the parent, I used to tell parents all the time because the system's rigged. It's all about money. And then you wonder why when you wonder why when they get to the top tier leagues, why you have trouble trying to find supreme talent. It's because talent is not offered the opportunity. When you go to Europe, you see these players are coming off the street. They coming out of cornfields. They come, Mexico. They coming from all over the place. Yeah, that pay to play in football in the United States is absolute garbage. It's a disgrace. It should be done. It should be done over. Although I will say, I see TJ Warren in the chat, and Lee, I sent you that the other day that the USL is getting ready to get promotion and relegation, which I'm excited for that. I want to see how this is going to turn out.
Yep.
Hopefully, some guys will get some opportunities, man, down in the USL.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, it limits talent. It does limit talent.
Yeah, pay to play is garbage, man. I'm telling you, when I used to coach, I would. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about it. I would get in my car, I would drive to the hood, I would drive around, and I'd see like these dudes, big stocky black dude. Hey man, you want to play some? I gotta say it. You want to play some soccer?
Yeah.
And go,
don't be ashamed to say soccer. The English invented that word, Matt.
They say, and then they go, yeah, man, I tried. And all I need somebody to want to try it, at 10, 11, 9, 10, 11,
And now you can coach them
together, and you keep them together. Yeah, you keep them together for about 6, 7 years, and then bam, that's it. Especially if you know what you're doing. And so I just repeated the cycle, and that's how I built my team. Then I go out and I knew a couple of dudes that coached in high schools. I go out and scout a couple of games because most of these kids they would always want to play, but they couldn't afford to pay $3,000-4,000. Talking about travel, going to play ball up and down the state of Georgia. So they said, well, hell, if I can get that kind of training with Coach Odom, then yeah, I'll go over there to him with him in the summer, and then we go on the world tour and whoop everybody's ass, Yeah. And we would scrimmage these teams. These we call them over here. We call them selecting academy. We would scrimmage these teams, and I remember one scrimmage in particular, man. The coach comes up to me. He was a Dutch fella. Came up to me. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, we're gonna take it a little light, man. We're not gonna go hard on y'all or whatever. And I looked at him and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. He don't even realize what's about to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I would have told one of my players, you know, I said, hey man, just line it up, man. Let's go ahead and do what we need to do. I said, I just want to see nice and tight passing. That's if you ever hear me say that, I just want to see nice and tight passing. That means I just want everything to float away.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it real simple. And before they knew it, they was down 4-1. They was like, well, what's going on here? You got parents on the other side. What's going on? Why is this team beating us? Because they didn't think we were supposed to beat them because they paid the money. They paid. They thought this
is like Jolien. Yeah, do you remember the story Jolien said? Yeah, when that coach. Yeah, that coach thought he was their boss because he's fucking he's got the FIFA Pro license and managed in La Liga before. Yeah, and he was like, yeah, cool. And Jolien's like, yeah, but done him next game. Yeah, he does them in a cup game. Yeah. And he got lucky because that cup game was supposed to be the semi-final or the final. Yeah, but they apparently all got COVID 3 years after COVID had ended. Right. So they got put back into the cup. Yeah, and then they done them with a fucking 118th minute fucking or 109th or whatever the girls' teams played back then. Yeah, screamer, 3-2. And then he went, better luck next time.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the? And Jolien said to me, he goes, we run them ragged, mate. They're going to get hammered in the final. It was the semi, right? But it was supposed to be the final. Yeah, because they're going to get battered in the final. They lost the final 6-0. Now to play the preseason friendly, which got cancelled because they all had COVID right at the end. Right. And he goes, I said, Joe, slap them double digits in it. Yeah, and you got the geezer's mum sitting there giving it fuck off, fucking sticking the V's up, fuck off, all that. Yeah, slapped him 12-1. Yeah, and he went, better luck next time, mate. No coaching badge, it's nothing.
Yeah, we beat a team like that, man. We beat a team so damn bad. I had the state office call me, man. So what happened was the year before that, we were undefeated and they gave us our loss, but it was controversial. We got screwed out of it. And they ran around jumping and shit, shirts off, sliding and all that. So we played them in the next year. We had when the schedule came out, we had already circled the schedule, and we was
that's like the Man U game, the Spurs game.
We were yo. We had folks was talking about it was supposed to go on vacation. They delayed the vacation a week. They were like, no, everybody playing this game. And so we showed up, man, and we whipped that team's ass like 27-0. And I'm not exaggerating. I could call somebody right now. I could pick right there on this phone. I could call 27 right now. I could call somebody right now and verify. We whooped that team's ass 27-0. I went up to the guy when it got to about 5-0. I went to the referee. I said, "You want to call this off, man?" He said, "No." He said, "No, we're playing the game." I said, "You sure you want to play this?" Yeah. I said, "All right, well, I'm pulling everybody." So I pull all the starters. I put all the bench players in. I put like the sorriest player we had. Which he's not bad. He just wasn't skilled as everybody else. I just threw him up top. He played defense, hat trick. I said, well, fuck me. And it was just, we whooped his ass. We whooped their asses, man.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, 27-0, man.
Well, I've said on there before, yeah. One of the girls there.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get my buddy on the phone.
Call him, man. I've said before, guys. Yeah, for anyone who ain't listened or heard it before, yeah, there was a girl that played for Jolien's girls team, yeah, right, and he said she's gonna be a superstar, yeah, and he hooked her off at 2-0 up, right. They lost the game 3-2. She did a Cruyff turn on the edge of her box. Pause. Yeah, minors, guys. Let's not do this, right? He hooked her off. Called the parents. Get your parents in. She ain't playing for 6 games. And he was raving about this girl. He said she's going to be a superstar.
I can't get him. He might be at dinner. I can't get him. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Let me try it.
And guess what? That girl, summer gone. Yeah. Under 17 Spain right back won a fucking European title, European Championship. Under 17s right back. Yeah, accountability. Yeah, half of that girls team Jolien had got signed up for fucking La Liga girls teams. Yeah, it's real talk, yeah, and he ain't coached since. I spoke to him on the phone the other day. I was like, Joe, you need to get back into coaching, man. He got offered the Getafe job where Mason Greenwood was as the under 18 boys. And he said, no, I don't want it. I was like, Joe, as soon as Harry Potter gets sacked, mate, you're the next in line for the La Liga job.
Yeah.
Like-
I was hoping my boy asked with that. Yeah, 27-0, man. And it got to a point, Dave, where during the game, I told him, I was like, you got to pass 43 times before we shoot. So the ball's just going just like this. Ball's just going all over the pitch. Just like
It's like pep ball. Yeah, prime Barca.
Yeah, prime Barca.
Tiki-taka.
It's just going boom, do, over the top, boom, go, goal. And I was like, well, you know, it is what it is, you know. And then we got to the final that year. I'll never forget that. We got to the final, man. And we had I had a Korean kid, man, one of my favorite players, man. That cat named Andy. Yeah, you've seen the picture of us, the one with the maroon. Yeah. You've seen the picture. And I remember they were warming up, man, and he came up to me. He said, Coach, he said, it's gonna be a tough game. And so I turned around and he turned around, man, and they had some dudes, man. I was just like, holy shit. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one today, bro. Yeah, we ended up winning that game, and we won it in penalty kicks. I didn't even see the penalty kicks. I don't even like penalty kicks. I hate looking at them. So all I could do was hear it, and we ended up winning. But bro, that was a lot of work, man. And I tell people a lot of times, man, the game of football, the basics.
Yeah.
No matter when I played, I was not like the most dynamic player. I had a coach that was from the islands, man, Coach Dunner. And he told me, he said, Matt, all you need to do is just know the basics. Yeah. He said, if you know the basics and you can do that well enough, then you can play the game. He said, you don't have to, everything else is just it's just
yeah, you can coach the rest of that.
Yeah.
As long as you got a decent first touch. Yeah, as long as you can pass the ball. Yeah, as long as you can track back and you can smell danger. Yeah. That's it. And if you're a forward, as long as you can cross the ball or strike the ball, the rest is coachable. As long as you've got the basic fundamentals, you're cool.
This is what I say it all the time, man. You know, players, especially young players, the most important attribute on the pitch is not physicality, it's being able to read the game. Yep. If you can read the game 2 or 3 steps quicker than the other player, then you know you're gonna go a long way in your career.
Look at Cesc Fabregas and Pedri, players like that.
I was just getting ready to say
Iniesta, Xavi. Look how small they are and skinny they are compared to other midfielders.
You look at strikers.
The IQ is crazy.
Yeah, you look at strikers. How, you know, they can read when the ball is when somebody's making a mistake or when there's an opportunity to make a run.
That's why Haaland slaps.
Yeah,
because Haaland's brain is always on the front foot because he's smelt the danger already.
Yeah,
the mistake. Aubameyang, another one. Lewandowski,
all the time. Yeah, we watched those. We watched those highlights one night with Aubameyang when he was at Dortmund, and it was just I was
telling him about Robbie Keane yesterday, mate.
Yeah, Robbie Keane, man.
They don't get it. Yeah, and Robbie Keane, he went the biggest strike, like biggest muscly hench striker.
Knew what the back of the net was.
Michael Owen. Yeah, Michael Owen was one of the best strikers I have ever seen in my life, mate. That guy is so cold, it's crazy. Aguero, another one. Yeah, like bro. You see some of these players, Pipo Inzaghi, another one.
That's what I tell people. Like y'all, people be talking about Torres. You know, like Liverpool Torres was something to be a 4-3 record with, bro.
Fowler.
That's another
built
one.
like brick shit houses and fucking like 100 mile an hour quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had the brain. David Villa.
White York. Paul Ince.
Zola. Look how small Zola was, bro. That's one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these people, like I was saying this with Hooks and Deluded earlier. I was like the best 3 players I've ever seen play football in the Prem: Bergkamp, Zola, Cantona.
Yeah, Cantona.
He was like what, over Henry? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you got to see Cantona, man. I'm like, Cantona was something special, bro.
Right.
Cantona was real shit. I was like, bro, I said, I don't think y'all don't know. I said, some of y'all were born the year. Some of y'all was like born the year he was out for a year after he kicked that dude.
Well, Zola was 5'5". Yeah, and he would fucking run rings around you. You couldn't get the ball off him, bro. Yeah, and he weren't like a big guy. Zola was fucking midget, bro.
Shout out to football highlights. That's another one. Defoe, Jermaine Defoe. We talked about him the other night. Me and you talked about him one night. Jermaine Defoe.
But if you're so in control of what you're doing, and this is why, look at Lamine Yamal. How tall is Lamine Yamal? Maybe 6 foot, maybe?
Yeah.
5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, probably around my height. Bro, he's built like me. He's tall and skinny. His legs are skinnier than mine, and I've got skinny legs, bro. Yeah, he probably weighs about 70 kg, about the same as me. Yeah. Bro, that guy, you could not get the fucking... He dropped a stinker tonight. You can't get the ball off the geezer, bro. Yeah, why? Because his IQ is so crazy. 1-1, Colombia equalizer. Bosh.
Yeah, I was just looking at that as a point. I was like, that looked like that's a goal.
Luis Diaz, 1-1.
Yeah, that was some good ball movement there.
But at the same time, yeah, like Riyad Mahrez is another one. Riyad Mahrez is the same height and same weight as me. Oh, the Colombian dollies are dollying, lads. The cameraman's on it. Yeah, but this is the thing. If you've got a good brain on you, yeah, and a good footballing brain on you, and you can pass well, and you know when to flick the ball. Like, there was a movement tonight. Yeah, Yamal didn't play great tonight at all. He was shit. But there was a ball that came out of the penalty box, Spain's penalty box. Right? I can't remember who the defender was. I think it was Hato, whatever. He got sent off. Right, bro? I swear, as the ball came, he let it run across his body. First touch, he flicked it straight away. Defender's going that way. He's flicked it. Now he's gone. Yeah, and I'm like, if that's most footballers, they will take the touch. The defender will fucking give a foul away. And now everyone's relaxed and back in position. It's a free kick. Yeah, you have to have the brain, bruv. Yeah, Messi's another one. Look how small Messi is. Can't get the ball off the fucker. Yeah, Xavi, another one. Bro, some of these players, yeah. And this is why when I watched Pedri, he didn't play great tonight either. Yeah, but at the same time, some of these players, yeah, they are so technically gifted. They're so in control, left foot and right foot. And then we sit here and watch this crap we watch in the Premier League every week.
Yeah, that game this weekend was one of the worst games of football in the history of the Premier League.
Facts.
But for two top 10 teams. That was an absolute disgrace what we watched this past weekend.
Yep. And both of them teams have done nearly 2.5 billion quid between them. Yeah, embarrassing. 2.5 billion quid, and that's what they served up. Wow, that shouldn't have been a goal. The touch was cold. He should have buried that.
Oh, that what, bro?
The touch was cold. He should have buried that. But look at that. Yeah, look at that again. Yeah, he looked as if he was going to go and shoot. Yeah, and the reverse pass. IQ, guys. Yeah, Iniesta, Verratti, players like that. Yeah, Cherky's another one. Cherky's a cold baller. Harvey Elliott's a cold baller. Yeah, but his name's Harvey Elliott, and he has spaghetti hair, bro, so nobody's going to rate him. Yeah, Gareth Bale weren't the most techie player. Gareth Bale, bro, that guy was devastating. Yeah, that guy is unbelievable, bro.
What was my boy that played for Napoli? The midfielder back in the day? I think it was Napoli.
Well, the one with the hair. Yeah. What was his fucking name?
Somebody's going to call it in a second.
Hamsik,
yeah. Hamsik, yep. Yeah, he was good too, man.
Yep, Hamsik. Marek Hamsik. Yeah,
yep.
Bro, he was good. Yeah, but again, he was what, 6'3", 6'2"?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just was gliding across the pitch, bro. When you watch Camavinga play football, yeah, it's mad how he don't start every week for Real Madrid. He's unbelievable. He just glides. Yeah, 1-2 touch. Boom, boom. Modric. Yeah, did you see the clip today of Modric kicking off an Mbappe?
No, I didn't see it.
Right. So Modric wins the tackle in the penalty box. Croatia, France, yeah? Saliba stinker, by the way. Yeah. For the first goal, especially. Right. But Modric wins the ball. Mbappe goes down. He's rolling around for a penalty. Modric goes running over to him, hangs over and starts fucking kicking off in his face.
Like, no, we're not putting up with that shit here today. He's like, I know what you do. You're not doing it right here today. Nope.
He's like, nope, not today, mate. Not today. I was like, yo, I rate that. Because Modric's like, we ain't doing this diving shit, bro. Pack that shit out. This ain't France. Yeah, you play for France and we're playing against France, but no. We ain't doing that bullshit, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and it's just like when you look at some of these players, it doesn't matter how tall you are, it doesn't matter how wide you are. Yeah, if you've got ability, yeah, you can be a top player because these players now, it's just pace and power, bro. Yeah, when you come up against pace and power, 9 times out of 10, technical ability schools it. Yeah, but it's what it is.
You got a bunch of Traores running, Adama Traores running around the pitch.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Bro, that Frimpong, yeah, right? He is. Somebody put a comment in my chat the other day saying that Doku, yeah, it was on when I was on with Rance the other day, saying Doku plays like he's being electrocuted every time he's got the ball. That Frimpong, yeah, that Frimpong tonight, yeah. People are going to gas that Frimpong performance up, bro. He's shit. Yeah, he is the right-sided Doku. Yeah, but he's 100 mile an hour. He's quick. He's physical. And look, he's all action. He's shit. He's crap, bruv. Yeah, ain't it, mate? Yeah, ain't it? But we got Vegas Gunner, Calafiore, the Italian, it's Italian Noon Savage, but costs 30 million more.
Yeah, that's that whole Calafiore thing today. I told folks. I said it's gonna be more injuries, and there you go. And we still. It's a long international break. We got a lot more games.
Yeah, man. Yep. There's another few injuries coming.
Yeah.
I'd say it's kind of freaky. Calafiore said he had pictures of Calafiore's family and asked him what each member meant to him. Weird shit. Yeah, bro, I see that. He texted Calafiore and sent him pictures of his family and said, what does each family member mean to you? Like, why have you got pictures of his family, bro? That's a bit weird. No, like real talk, that's a bit off key, isn't it?
He gonna have him what they call it, he got him on espionage.
That's a bit weird, man. Like, why would you have fucking pictures of his family before you sat? No, it's a bit weird, bro.
Have you seen the new kit, the new range that dropped?
What, more merch?
Yep, new merch. Urban Purist collection.
Urban Purist collection. Yeah, I've literally just gone on Arsenal website now and it's popped up. They're taking their piss, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the Urban Purist.
They're literally taking the piss.
They have no shame, bro.
They're actually mugging everyone off. It looks like a Venezuela kit. It looks like Venezuela's kit. Literally exactly the same, just with an Arsenal badge on it. Instead of Venezuela badge. Now they're taking the piss. 100 quid for a jacket. Oh my fucking days.
Yeah.
Urban Purist track jacket.
Bro, £100.
If you want the white contrast t-shirt, yeah, then it's 35 quid for the female one. Because they're dropping female merch now, guys. You can get a belly top. I mean, look at this, Matty. Yeah, look. Back in the day, you'd be like, "Why's the zip fucked?" Yeah, watch this. This one, no, it's that one. That one. Look, the zip's fucked. It don't. What we're doing here?
Backwards, yeah. His ass backwards, yeah.
No, what are we doing here? 75 quid for that. No, what is going on here? Long sleeve knitted, 65. No, get a belly top, guys. 25 quid. Get a little dolly to model it. Yeah, like the boys will be buying that, guys. Why is the women's merch so much cheaper than the men's? That little tank top.
They're going to get every cent they can off the men's team. They want to make every nickel they can.
30 quid for the hat. Yeah, the socks. Do you want the socks, Matty? 20 quid.
No. Not this year. That's top level.
These are the women's version.
Oh.
Yeah, 20 quid. You can get a gunmetal watch for 75 quid. Oh, this is a fucking shit show. Look at the state of this. Watch this.
And there's somebody
100 quid for that. £100 for that.
Somebody's gonna have it. When the next home game, somebody have it.
Yeah, somebody will be in the crowd with that. This is a Venezuela kit. So how comes this one's 20 quid cheaper than that one? It's the same thing.
Because
it's exactly the same, just in a different color.
They've only got the yellow, so many of the yellow range.
Oh, limited edition.
Limited edition. Yeah.
But look, do you know it's the color they've used? That's the red current 06.
Yeah, that's what we need, a red current kit.
Yep. That'll probably be next season's kit, red current. Look. Why is that only 38 quid? Why is that so cheap? Yeah, but then the shorts are £8 cheaper. Like, so you can get the top and the shorts for 68 quid. But if you want the track pants, they're 60. And if you want a coat to go with it, it's 80. Make this make sense. How did they get to that price? 38 quid. Because if you go to some of their other stuff, it's like 100 quid. Oh, look, they've dropped the home shirt down to 48 quid. Oh, all the home kits are 48 quid. Oh, all the kids now.
Season over with now.
Yeah. The women's one's the same price. If you want the long sleeve, it's £3 more, guys. What are we doing here? Look at the fucking state of that goalkeeper shirt. 38 quid for the third goalkeeping shirt, boys one. Third kit mini. You get the whole kit for 30 quid. Wow. Okay. 26. Oh, they've dropped 12 quid off of that. Lovely. Cheers. We'll buy them all. Absolute fucking disgrace. This club is a shambles, mate. No, honestly, it's an absolute shit show, isn't it? 110 quid for the authentic home kit. Like, get out of here, man. This club, I fucking hate this club. Chike, I'm ending in a sec, man. It's nearly 3 a.m. I've got to get up early, bro. I need to be up in about 7 hours, 6 hours.
Get yourself ready.
Yeah, I do need to. Big up, brother. Next time, bro. Next time when I'm free. Big up to Marek. What would you do? Who's Mo? If Arsenal wins against Real Madrid, see we get in the next round. What would you do?
If Arsenal win, then it's cool. You know, I have no problem with it. It's just I telling Tony yesterday. I said, you know, if they win, it's great, but I just want people to realize that there's a semifinal and then there's a final. People are going on as if Real Madrid is the final, and it's not the final. This is just a quarterfinal to get us to the next round.
I was talking about Judge Mo. Was he in the chat? I didn't see that. I can't lie. Big up to Ian Brennan. After Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez is the best footballer I've seen in my 33 years. Not just saying it as a biased Liverpool fan. Love the show. Yeah, Ronaldo not for me, but I can hear the Suarez. But even
40,
then, he's not in the top
40
three.
million in a pound. I couldn't believe we did that. I was so pissed with that. I was like, bro, why did you just pay the 42 million? They would have let him go for 42. We had him. He was right there. We probably would have got the title the next year.
Yeah. The Suarez and Ronaldo ain't top three for me. But we've done this debate before. But bless up. Who's live? Said's live. He's doing the game, I think. Matty, what you got coming up? Your links in the title, so make sure you sub to Matty, guys.
Monday, I'll be with brother Deluded Gooner, and we'll be chatting it up. And I know he's had enough of this season. He's just fucking over it. Now,
he's tapped out, mate.
I think we all over. Anybody that had aspirations of being successful is whatever at this stage for us. Because we all know what's going to happen in the Champions League. Even if we got past Real Madrid, it's pretty much a done deal. People, and I know we're going to wrap up, but people are acting as if soccer coming back he's going to be in mid-season form, raring to go, ready to play, scoring 7-8 goals. He was just getting started when he went down because he had started the season off relatively slow. I'm not expecting him to come back and be a miracle worker, and most folks need to cut that out. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna be a miracle worker. I just hope that he comes back and doesn't re-injure himself, and then he's sitting at home at the start of next season, because then you're gonna have some real problems then.
No, facts. That's why I wouldn't play him. But we're gonna raid Said. Bless up for coming on, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go and chill, and I probably won't be doing anything over Friday or Saturday, if I'm honest. I'm going to watch Elche, second division of Spanish football tomorrow, Saturday. It's Saturday now. It's gone past midnight. Elche in a title race, matey. I'm going to be second row.
Oh,
right there. Elche against Eldense, who are 19th. There's 7 teams in a title race within 6 points of each other in second division of Spain. So yeah, me and Craig, we're going to go and watch that on Saturday.
Sounds like fun, brother.
Oh, well, I'm going to watch proper football, mate. I ain't going to be watching robotic shit, that's for sure. But Raid Saeed with Lee Reid. And yeah, I'll be back probably. Well, I will be back Sunday night. I might do something if there's any breaking news over Saturday or tomorrow. Then I'll probably do a live or an upload. But I'll have my Mac with me anyway. But yeah, Raid Saeed, Lee Reid, we're out. Cronky out.
Berta in.
Win out.